Hello, Mandem. Unfortunately, I'm not able to make it to the Mandem talk this week because, as you know, man's got training. But here's my message to you guys. Look, Musa, Rance, Saeed, Nuruddin, I just want to say, you know, over the course of the season so far, I've said a lot of things and defended the manager. And you guys have definitely been confused about my perspective, and I understand why. And the last game, you know, we drew. We've not been unbeaten. We've not been beaten in 5 games, but I see everybody's point. Musa, specifically yourself, I understand what you've been saying. Saeed, you know, I get it. Rance, obviously, you know, I definitely understand what you've been saying. And I hear it. Listen, this manager, he's not doing a good job. He is not doing a good job, and he's showing his deficiencies. And you guys saw it, and I've just been blinded by it. So, yeah, you lot were right. Gotcha, bitch. You thought you were gonna have your moment. 5 games unbeaten. Who would have thought? Who would have thought? Who would have thought?
And that's enough, people. You know what I mean? Man said a 3-minute clip, man. We only have enough for a minute, man. Faz is shameless. Shameless Faz, man. That's what we're going to call him, man.
But won't no one believe in that? You know what I mean?
know, man. I know. Faz is an absolute con artist, mate. Absolute con artist, mate. But listen, let him believe the hype he's on. You get me? Because, you know what I mean? Like I said, me and Nuruddin, we got him on locks when it comes to this gaff. You get me? He can't hide when he comes here. But yeah, man, Faz is on a journey, guys, man. I don't know what he's on, but yeah, he's on a mad one, man. He's moving like Dallo this season. Have you noticed that Dallo's form coincides with Faz what he's on this year? Have you noticed? The two correlate, you know. The two actually correlate, man. It's madness, you know. But listen, big up to everyone locked in. Smash a like on the video. Subscribe to the channel if you are new. This is the Mandem talk. You get me? Rance, how you doing, man? Everything good? How's the boxing going? Looking forward to it, man.
Oh, mate, yeah, bruv. Hey, I'm aching today, bruv. Man, just did 8 rounds of sparring today. I'm tired, bro, but it was good. It was good, bro. It was very good.
Come on,
yeah,
people.
Yeah, everything's on track, bro. Weight's on track. Everything's on track, bro. But yeah.
Come on, man. We're gonna be there, man. Listen, people. Someone put his link in the chat. I will pin it. You get the fight is coming up. I think it's less than a month, man. So come on, man, people. Make sure someone puts
3 Saturdays away.
Yeah.
3 Saturdays away.
Yeah.
Come on, in London.
Yeah. Central
Where
as
is
well,
it?
bro.
Where
Central
is it?
London in a hotel. Literally, it's walking distance from King's Cross, Euston, Russell Square. It's around there.
What the actual day? What day is it on?
6th of December. It's on a Saturday.
Yeah, we might have to come down.
Yeah. 100%. Man, we'll be there, man. Ryan, what are you saying, man? Everything blessed.
Yeah, man. Good, man. International break again. I didn't even realize, bro. I'm so out of tune in football. It's like, bro.
You didn't realize
It's the third one, bro. Like, the season just started. I don't blame you,
bro. And there's just so many now. It's just, it's mad. But yeah, man, big up the chat as always, man. Big up the Mandem rants, Nuruddin, you feel me? Saeed as always. Bro, yeah, man, listen, man. Let's talk, man. We got to have this chat, man. We got to respond to Faz's monologue, you know. And I mean, we'll go from there. But as long as everyone's blessed, you lot hit up the likes, and yeah, man, it's all good, man.
Yeah, big up, man. Big up to you, man. Nuruddin, are you recovered from last night, man? You know what
Big
I mean?
up, man. That was jokes. You know what? I thought just do an hour, but you know me, ADHD kicks in it. The more hype, the more energy, and I'm just like, yo, I'm riding the wave. But yeah, big up, man. Big up to Troops, man. What he did, man. Big up to him.
Yeah,
man.
Big up Troops for real. Big up Troops.
And I love with the people of
real.
Jamaica in it, and Haiti as well, and Cuba as well, who's also affected by that.
Yeah.
But yeah, big up to him, man. He did it. But the community come together, man. So it's always good to see.
Yeah. You know what I mean? There was a few
Couple
shenanigans.
of cooking sessions that when he did things that were off the chest, people got things off their chest. But yeah, big up. It was good, man.
Yeah, for real.
See the Mandem,
Yeah, for real, man. Big up to everyone locked in, man. Make sure you hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, but yeah, Ryan, I don't know, man. You know, do we need to address Faz? Because boy, like, you know what it is, bro. Rhino, yeah, we're 5 unbeaten, but I don't feel like we're 5 unbeaten, bro. I don't necessarily think we've turned the corner. I don't necessarily feel like I'm like, yo, like United are back. You know me. I can be shameless, you know. You know what I mean? I can say what I want to say, but even in the big 6 group chats, I've not been like, yo, United, but I've been defending players. You get me? Certain people are coming for our players, innit? So I've been defending players. And I'm like, yo, like, don't get it twisted, broski. Like, these are not shit players, bro. It's like they're looking shit right now. So, like, how do you feel, Faz? Because I mean, Rhino, because I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. Like, we're 5 unbeaten. It may look good on paper, but I still don't believe this is a team that I think I can recognize long term being like, yo, like, we're gonna do stuff this year. You feel me? Like, I don't know.
Do you know what it is? Yeah, there's no satisfaction. You know, like when you go into a game and you could just, you know what your players are gonna do. You just feel that confidence, like. You feel me? You know everyone's going to turn up. Like, imagine the ideal world when we're watching it and then that consistent and Boom on Ahmad have been so consistent that every game we just know we're going to see something. Do you know what I mean? So it's that lack of belief. And obviously we can put it down to Ruben, to be honest. That's the truth, innit? The players have been clicking as they were going to normally do anyway, and it's not going to be as consistent. And sometimes that's when you need the manager to bail them out. You need the manager to have a plan. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know. I'll be honest. I take a little bit of confidence in the fact that we haven't lost yet, though. But I'm just hoping that attitude will shift over and then players develop that mentality. You know what? Cool. Let's not lose a game. Even if we can't win, at least let's make sure we get a draw. And maybe last season we've improved a tiny bit because maybe that game, maybe we don't get that last minute delete header. You know, we just end up losing. We're winning and then we draw and then we lose. So maybe you can find a bit of positivity if you look at it in that context, if you have to be fair as well. But I just hope that if we can maintain being unbeaten, that'll be something. Do you know what I mean? But like you said, you just don't know. It's that fear of unknown. Like we're going to the games just hoping that we turn up. It's not comfortable. It's not a nice feeling as a fan, man. Like I'm used to watching United just knowing it's going to be a good game. You know, if we're playing any of the bottom half, easy 3 points, you know what I mean? Maybe you might watch the game and something goes against us and it's a draw at least or something. And then you get the occasional mad losses. Then it's just like, rah, the Mandem was shit today, innit? But we just don't know how we're going to feel going into the game. And that's what's so annoying. But yeah, man, if I have to find any little positives, we just haven't lost yet. And that's something that can translate over to the players. And that's it, man. If I want to go to Ruben as well, there's 1-2 things that maybe I can see that he's slightly starting to get, but at this point, it's not enough. Do you know what I'm saying? Like when he picks the starting lineup and we see someone like Cunha starting up front, and then Sesko ended up having to come off and we had 11 men because he's doing unnecessary subs. You can look at it in a mad way, you know. If he didn't do certain subs, we would have had a player on field at least to take off to replace Sesko. Do you know what I'm saying? So things like that are quite annoying, but I'm going to try and just look at the fact that we haven't lost yet, and that's it, man. Because if I think about anything else, I'm going to be stressed. And there's no point because, let's be real, Saeed, yeah? We know what we're... This is what annoyed me about the 3 wins in a row. I think some people got a bit too excited and thought all of a sudden we're going to see some sort of crazy momentum. Watch, 3 in a row now, bam, 4, 5. But we have to remember where we're at, and we have to remember that it's still a procedure that these players are going to take a while. They're going to be ups and downs, you know what I'm saying? So that's the main thing. We need to stay grounded and always remember where we are, even if we're having good times, because the bad times are around the corner. Let's be real. Until we see a difference, we know the bad times are around the corner. So 5 unbeaten, bro. We haven't had such joy over such a simple thing for such a long time. So that's all I can take from it, bro. I swear down, that's all I can take.
This context is crazy, man. Like United in the first half, yeah, top of the league, yeah. Second half, look where we are. This is mad, bro. Like when I seen this, yeah, we were talking about on Rance's show. Like I was like, yo, first half and second half, United are just 2 different teams, bro. 2 different
teams.
That's something that we have to address, bro. Because is it the fact that the players are tired, according to Dillit? He's saying that we're not looking, you know what I mean, that we're or is it the fact that we sit back so back because we believe that the 5 at the back, you know what I mean, is going to help this team. You know, if you look at it, maybe 7 because you got Bruno and Casemiro in there as well. So it becomes a 7 at the back. You know what I mean? So then the manager's thinking, you know what, let's just defend because we might get that fortune that we did at Liverpool. We might get that fortune that we get maybe at certain situations where even Sunderland game, when I look back at it, yeah, even though it was a clean sheet, yeah, it weren't like a 2-0 comfortable. You know what I mean? Like in certain moments where they kind of maybe had a, you know, situations and Le Mans kept us in it. You're right though, Rhino. It still doesn't feel like we've got the game wrapped up in the bag. Yeah. Even Brighton game, that game, what happened? Like just out of nowhere, 2 goals. You're like, yo, luckily we've got a killer in Mbumo. Shout out to Mbumo, bro, because
he's been saving us still.
We got the thing is, Mandem, we got a killer in Mbumo. Yeah. You give him a sniff, he ain't missing.
If we can get that out of Ahmad as well, and maybe develop Cunha's final third attributes a lot more better in terms of him having a result from that dribbling, because sometimes I feel like he does a bit too much and it's nice, but I feel like if I have to be real, he's let me down a bit. Like I think Cunha has been kind of overhyped a little bit as well. I think people are more thinking about his potential and how he was at Wolves and just hoping that it will unlock. But he's still new to the team as well, and there's still a lot that he has to adjust, so we have to be real. But if all our players can start firing, because remember, Ahmad was doing that for us at a point as well. When he came on, we felt like, this guy's going to do something to us. So if we can get at least 3-4 players doing that, that will help us. Because last season we didn't have those moments, and the Mandem were just missing. So now, if we can get some more killers, I think that will help us. But it's that development and that lack of midfield that's such a problem. And we knew that as well, remember? We said, okay, we can play down the wings, but it's not every game we can do it. And obviously, the last game showed. So I don't know, man. And Bumo's been helping us a lot, and I'm grateful. And I hope he can just keep it going to the end of the season, you feel me? So, yeah.
Hey, we end of the season, he's going to be out for AFCON, man. So,
oh, yeah. The Mandem got to figure it out, man. They got to figure it out still.
Yeah, like it depends on what you want in it this season, isn't it? Like,
yeah.
I can't lie. If we're going on results-based analysis, you're living a very, very kind of tight rope where, you know what I mean? You're living by just, you know, what was the score today? We United won. Cool. You know what I mean? But we watch football for enjoyment, man. You know what I mean? We're invested. But there's no point in me, you know, running the channel. No point.
Like, man finishes the game and man feels relieved. That's weird. It's a weird feeling. Like, man should feel excited and gets in. But man feels like relief. It's mad. It's weird, man. United supporting United right now is weird, man. It's weird.
It's been like that for a long time, man.
Yeah.
For me, you know what? Nothing past the smell test, innit? Man's lying to it, man. The smell, nothing past the smell test, man. Our away record is abysmal. It's absolutely abysmal. His in-game management is abysmal. I've never known a coach to really have dire effects on the rest of the team.
Yeah.
And then you see some of these players, they're not getting game time. So when they bought on, like, they get it's petty minutes, innit? And we know that majority of professional footballers, they need at least 490 minutes to get to match fitness. We understand and know that. So everybody who comes on is looking bad because of my guy. And then Saeed just showed the contrast between first half, second half. We've got one game a week. Why is Manchester United fitness so bad that we got no energy in the second half? With the intensity goes. What's going on? We've got a week to prepare. Tottenham had a game in the Champions League, and we had 6 days to plan the game, to rest. Apparently, some of the players now, because we've only got one game a week, it's giving them like sometimes 2 days or off and stuff like that. And I'm just like, what is going on here? Obviously, you need a body to rest and stuff like that. I'm sure, you know, Rance can talk about it more, about the conditioning that you need as an athlete, like, to be able to compete. You need to be able to rest. You need to recuperate, but you also need to go with the intensity. But Manchester United, for me, let the cat out of the bag when he's like, we're tired. Yo, they played midweek, man. What's going on? Why?
Facts.
Why are we tired? Why are we tired? Because for me, the fatigue was mainly mental, innit? And if you play football, it's the mental fatigue that gets you. The physical.
Do you think it's also the gaps as well between the team in terms of
100%?
Yeah, the gaps. I think it's a gap.
A team that stopped playing through the midfield, you always go to struggle because the midfield is supposed to be the defense to the
working harder, isn't it? Yeah,
the defense to the middle part, and then the midfield is also the attack to the rest of the team. And then unfortunately, with that, and like individually, you could say these players are good, but nobody is ever. I've watched too much football and I played too much football for anybody to ever lie to me and tell me that Bruno and Casemiro as a combination is passing the smell test, mate. It's not happening. We're not there. It's not happening. And that's why people like Cunha and them look really bad because of the positions. We know that. We've seen it in Wolves. Cunha in the pockets, where he scored the goal against Brighton, that's where you need to be.
Yeah.
You don't need him going against two better defenders. You don't.
Yeah.
And in Burma, we know he lacks space. He lacks space. He's a fox in the box. He can get into positions, but he wants that little bit of space. So you have to afford him that. So when I look at even is he helping the players, he's not. So at the moment in time, it's a mad, somebody wrote before, it's 4 points between 9th and 2nd.
It's a crazy league, man.
At the end of the day, but it's 10 games. It's 10 games.
11
games, right? But at the end of the day, I'm sorry to say, but I look at other teams and think their coaches and them as a football clubs need to tighten where they can. Do I have the same confidence in a football club and Ruben Amorim? No, I don't. At the end of the day, I don't. So I just feel as though this idea, but we would have got beat last year. Stop giving me that as an excuse. What are we doing here? When the Man United,
I'm
Man
catching her
United
straight.
become a bloody Sunday league team. But last season we would have got beaten. I mean, we would have got beat.
But we got beef with everyone,
We
man.
got-
Every time I look at the timeline, it's like Sean Dyche. We got to beat him. Then we got to beat Iriola. Then we got to beat Wolves. We got beef with everyone, man. Because everyone beat us last year, apart from the promoted teams, innit? You know what I mean? That was the only teams really where they beat us.
For me, I don't know what's going on, and I'm still. Last week were to rant. What's the game plan? I don't see it.
Yeah, it is. Like, I can't lie to you, man. The thing is, yeah, we bought Le Mans in, right? And I get it, we have to play the ball long in it, but really and truly, imagine playing the ball long to Cunha, man. No wonder Cunha is pissed off, bro. Like, real talk though, like when I seen us lumping the ball up to Cunha, I was like, do you expect Cunha to get the ball and then play it onto a Bumo? Come on, man, that ain't gonna happen. We've got technical players where, bro, get the ball, Ahmad, Cunha, and Bumo, bro. Are you mad, bro? Like, if you look at the Premier League right now, I'm like, yeah, cool. I see some bits here, but then I don't see a more fluid free there for me. You know what I mean? Like, as technically good as them, bro.
Yeah.
Give the ball to the feet, bro. It's like, man, I saying go to the five side and not start lumping the ball forward, yo. Imagine lumping the ball forward in the five side. It's not it's crazy to do so. So the fact that you've got that,
But that's
and then
what we do.
And then you don't trust Sesko in these big games, bro. I'm like, yo, listen, I get it. Sesko isn't in the greatest of form, bro. But your game plan, if you're lumping the four forward, then Sesko's your guy.
Yeah, target.
But
But
then
the
you don't
biggest
use
thing is
him.
this. Listen. United will not be the first team or the last team to ever lump the ball forward. But if you're gonna lump it up to somebody, make sure you get around them. Do that to get the second balls.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But other teams have worked it out. Forest worked it out, and Spurs worked it out. And we weren't winning the second balls. We were not.
Yeah,
So
but bro,
I don't know why you would do it.
But Nuruddin, but this is why, yeah, when we beat Liverpool, yeah, I called bullshit on the tactics because you don't play long ball, yeah, to Cunha and give up the first ball on purpose, bro. You at least challenge the first ball and then you attack the second ball. Like, winning second balls is not a style of play, bro. You know what I mean? Intensity, yeah, of the press, bro, that's the fucking basics, bro. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, putting pressure on the opposition is the basics. That's not a tactic, bro. Like, that's how you should be playing football. Like, if you're going to play on the front foot, you play with front foot pressure. If you want to play on the back foot, then you have back foot pressure. If we want to play direct, then we have to be going for the second ball, but also you have to contest the first ball. We weren't contesting the first ball. We were letting them win the first ball. And then man was saying, oh, yeah, it's great tactics. No, it's not. Like, get someone to jump and contest the first ball, bro, because then you have more control of where the second ball goes.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? As a defender, would you rather a free header to clear it or have to contest another striker to head it? Do you know what I'm saying? So what's the point in going along with Cunha up front? It made no sense, but we got away with it because we won. If Liverpool beat us, people would have said, oh, United played 50 long balls and lost. Then we'd have got laughed at.
Yeah.
Like, that's the reality.
My guy hit the post 4 times. Or 5.
We know what it is, though.
and Gakpo missed the open goal.
You know what it is? The results allow for like deeper analysis to kind of fade away. Like for me, for example, beating Liverpool, I'm like, we're all gassed in it. We beat Liverpool. So the analysis and the deep dive into that, you don't really look at in it. But then when you look at the next game, you're like, shit, you know what, man? Like, you know what I mean? Well, do we really get away with that one? But you don't look at it in that way because you win, innit? You've won the game. It's Liverpool. We haven't done it in 10 years. I think the deep analysis you kind of leave to maybe another day in it. But still, though, the problem still remains there, innit? And it's like you said there, Rhino, you don't get far too ahead of yourself. Like this United team, you don't get far too ahead of yourself. Because still, I feel like the framework behind this team, I still think isn't there, bro. It is like a Bumo and inshallah, bro. Like it's getting to the point now where I'm not even looking at Cunha and Sesko anymore. Because I feel like their ability to do something in the game is limited, whereas with a Bumo, it's one chance, bang. You know, you call him titanium head, bro. That header wasn't even a header, bro.
Vibranium.
Yo, bro.
Vibranium.
He had to touch
That
his
was
head.
a Wakanda forever header, mate.
Bro, when you actually look at the header,
in the middle of his head, mate.
Yeah, bro. He didn't even need to do anything. He just placed it in, bro.
That was so it landed basically. He didn't really have to do much.
Yeah,
Still.
bro.
And you could aim it so perfectly. It was a good cross, though, from Ahmad. It was a nice cross.
Yeah, very brilliant cross from Ahmad.
The
I think Ahmad,
Brilliant.
what made that goal was the movement.
the movement.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he's bro. He's like he sniffs danger, and he's a clinical finisher, bro. That's what he does, isn't it? You know what I mean? Yeah, he didn't even need to jump. You're right, man. So it's like them little moments there. Then you look at second half, you're like, as much as people are cooking Sesko, yeah, it's like, bro, that
He's
can't.
starving, man. You gotta feel sorry
know.
for the guy.
No, but what I'm saying to you though, yeah, let me say something. But the thing is, we're only cooking Sesko because that was our only chance of the game.
Yeah,
That's not
that's
his
what
fault,
I would have said.
It's
Yeah.
not his fault. I know.
That's not
But if
his
we
fault.
created many of them chances, I'm telling you now, we're not looking at Sesko the same way.
Nope.
We're not.
Yeah.
Let's not lie to ourselves. But when you've only got that one chance here, brother.
Guess
Come
what
on,
the
man.
ratio is? Guess what the ratio is for strikers in clubs? They at least create 4 or 5 chances, and
It's about 5-1 for goals.
Yeah. And we create one, and we're all like, "No, he needs to do better." I'm like, "Come on."
Yeah, 100%, bro. You know what I
It's
mean?
been a graveyard. This side has been a graveyard because we neglect the midfield, and we
I
neglect
agree. I agree.
We neglect
I agree.
it. So
Shout out Marcel.
it's what it is.
Yeah, I agree. You know, Marcel, he's been harsh on. We'll just talk about Sesko. I think Marcel's been harsh on Sesko for a hot minute, man.
Is it?
I think for me, you're a bit too harsh on him because I feel like for me, it's like we don't understand, our striker needs, bro. You know what I mean? And we're not attacking team enough to be creating many.
In terms of what? What do you mean in terms of what?
In terms of what a striker should get, you know what I mean? In terms of the chances, he's actually shown a little bit more in terms of hold-up play. Like, remember when he played the ball into Mbumo? He's done a little bit more than I've seen of Højlund, wallahi, throughout the whole year, bro. I never seen any of that from Højlund, bro. So I'm actually seeing things from Sesko to be like, you know what? The chances will come and his confidence will come that when he gets them, he will eventually start scoring goals. I haven't seen that for me, that understanding of, okay, cool. He can link up play. He can play into people. That sort of thing there, I haven't seen from Højlund. So this whole idea of Højlund revisionism, I want that to go away. Them little finer details, there needs to be a bit more from United. When we're hardly creating chances, especially in the second half, when if we don't score first or if we don't do anything, them chances become limited. You feel me? So then you're allowing a guy who, let's be honest, but is he a prolific goal scorer at this stage? You wouldn't say that, would he? So then you expect the guy to be a prolific goal scorer. So you have to manage your expectations of Sesko, man. I have to. You know what I mean? You think I'm just going to go in on a player that I didn't really want at the start of summer. You know what I mean? But then I'm looking at the bigger picture. Why aren't these guys getting chances? Why is Cunha not looking good? What, you know what I mean, bro? Rather than just kind of maybe doing little short-sighted analysis on players, bro. Because he ain't going to get us anywhere.
I understand what you're saying. I mean, the situation is that he's very early in his career at the club, and I've stated that, and I think I've said that I'm willing to give him the season. So within that, I do respect what you're saying on the whole thing about Sesko, but I'm willing to give him the season just to see him improve and see if he can develop further. It was just little pointers in terms of how he's fitting into the team and the time of which he's kind of adjusting to the demands within the team, really, that I'm just pointing out. You know, there's moments in the game where I feel like he could be a bit more, forward thinking and stand on the last line or the very last defender to get tap-ins. His ability even to win the headers, sometimes he's getting bullied against centre-backs that I think he's a bit bigger than or could be a bit more stronger. Like, they're just little pointers to improve, really. Like I said, I'm giving him plenty of time to improve throughout the season. It's just even the way that he presses, there's little things that I thought, maybe he can improve on. I'm not really, getting onto him. I don't really see it as that. I see it as these are markers of in which you can improve for the team. And then there's moments in that Spurs game where he should, for me, score. So I'm just clearly just pointing that out, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Do you know that strikers need at least 5 chances, Marcel, to score one? Do you know that? Average is like 4.5 to 5 chances for a striker to finish. Do you believe that Manchester United sustain the ball up the pitch more and that to be able to consistently feed him? Do you think that we do that? Do you think we're we've done it in the past how many years since we had like the lockdown season with Martial, Rashford, and Greenwood. Do you think that there's a team, Manchester United, in recent years that consistently make or consistently put their attacking players in position for them to be able to score? I mean, the thing with Mbeumo, Saeed, how sustainable is it? Because he's finishing, he gets 1 or 2 chances, he scores one. Like, that is, you know how hard it is to sustain that level? Like, it's not easy to sustain that level.
But also, he's a top level finisher, you know. Like, he's ice cold in the box. He's not normal. You can't compare him to normal attackers. He's not normal, bro. Like, not at all. His composure in the box is crazy, and his technique of striking the ball is different as well. Like, it's very, very different, bro. So he's an anomaly, bro. There's not many players in the league that if they get the ball within the width of the 18-yard box, they're just hitting the corners he's hitting, bro. He's not a normal guy, bro. He's not.
Yeah, I think in terms of just Brian quickly, he's a beast. He's a very good player, and it's a great sign for our club, and credit to Ineos for bringing that kind of quality in, and guaranteed quality, Premier League quality. But and then to answer the question directly, no, I don't think we create an abundance of chances right now. I think all of the managers of late have struggled with that element, and what I think I mentioned it the last time we were talking. What they do is they start from a counter-attacking standpoint to build the confidence, protect the goal, and then try and upregulate the quality of players to then get, and especially in comparison to the competition. We want to get players that 1v1 are better than Liverpool, City, Arsenal's players that can compete against them in 1v1 situations, 2v1 situations, and beyond, so that we can free spaces and attract other players to then free spaces for other players. Every time we start with a new manager, that process starts again, because a new manager has a new look and a new vision, a new idea, wants to put players in other places.
I was just thinking this. That's
his favorite word, Marcel. Is that your favorite word?
Upregulate.
You should put it on a t-shirt, man. I can't lie, bro. You need to put it on a t-shirt, bro.
And 10 hard days, he said that loads.
Regulators.
Upregulate. Another one as well. I can't remember. You know what I mean?
But Marcel, quickly on that point though, just specifically on that point you made, about having players that are better than what Liverpool have, and don't you think that's just like, for where we are now and what we can do with what the situation we're in now, don't you think that's a bit too much of a escape for the manager now? Oh, but he needs players that, because any manager will do good with players that are better than any players that Liverpool have or City have or Arsenal have anyway. Do you know what I mean?
Well, so we'd like to think so. We would like to think so, but there's times where lesser teams defeat better teams because of the system or other elements. But I agree with what you're saying, and that's why our managers, Ole, Ten Hag, now Ruben, who I believe in, revert back to a style of football that's ultra safe, a style of football that's ultra protective first, because they don't have those players that are better than X, Y, Z. So then they try to build a system that is gonna counteract that, suffocate space in our half, so that we can then make the long attacks.
Ruben's not part of that list. Ruben hasn't adapted to what we have now. He's still sticking to what he wants.
I'm
that's
not
what I think, bro.
I hear you, but I'm not speaking to that. I'm saying you're saying, can we get the most out of the squad? I'm saying I'm saying to you, he has his own vision and system, and to protect that vision and system, like all managers have, he's starting from a counter-attacking standpoint, because he knows the players that are, like the teams that I just mentioned, are superior to him player for player. That's what I'm saying, Rhino. And because of that,
what with long balls?
Yeah, well, that's his avenue that he's going down. Ole's was counter-attack, 100 players behind the ball, counter-attack, fast, quick one-touch passing. Ten Hag abandoned his home principles from Ajax and then went counter-attack. And now Ruben, what he's doing is loads of bodies in one line. And by the way, that 5 players in one line, in the defensive line I'm talking about, should really be in the last line, in the second line. When it operates at a level where he has the best players or just has more technical players, because I was listening before just with my grand, but I was listening before and people were talking about technical players. We don't have enough technical players, really. We don't,
I disagree, Marcel. I disagree, Marcel. And also, positioning on and off the ball is irrespective of personnel. It's irrespective of profiles. If you need 5 players in attack, then there needs to be 5 players in attack. Dalot doesn't pick up the same offensive positions that Ahmad does, and he should. irrespective of his technical level.
Mm.
Because Dorgu playing on the left-hand side gets into way more attacking, dangerous positions than Dalot. And that's because they're not being coached in those areas. It's very, very clear. Ahmad goes where he wants to go because he's naturally attacking. Dorgu goes where he wants to go because he's naturally attacking. Dalot doesn't trust his legs to get back, so he inverts and he does all sorts of foolishness instead of being high and wide and stretching the pitch and allowing the number 10 to drift inside. He's supposed to be the decoy runner. He's supposed to allow Cunha to cut in and get shots off. He doesn't allow him to do that.
Yeah, so it's I want to say it isn't in respect of personnel, because when Ruben's talking about characteristics, he's talking about personnel of the characteristics, and then that's when I come in and I've said weeks ago, well, he's not being brave enough. He should play a player that has a bit more characteristics or personnel to be more attacking in X.
No, or you can just coach them, bro. Remember, Van Gaal had Darmian, Darmian overlapping as a right-footed left back. Darmian is a defensive player, and he was getting forward under LVG because he was made to get forward, bro. Because it's part of the system. It's coaching.
It's also characteristics and fitness level. We've had Delo tell us. Hold on 2 seconds. We've had Delo tell us. We're not fit enough. He's speaking about himself as well. So it's also about his personal or characteristics.
Trust me, Dorgu's fitter than him.
Marcel,
go on.
11 games gone.
Yeah.
The away record is what it is.
Yeah.
Do you think this coach has it in his locker? By the way, I don't blame you. You know me. I'm a Marino. I just look at the circumstances, but my intelligence will not be insulted, and I will not be lied to, and I'm not here for the cat. So I'll ask you a simple question. From what you've watched, what you've seen, do you think this away record and in-game management is sustainable for the rest of the season?
Say that again, please. In-game management and what?
The away record and the in-game management, specifically in the away record, is this sustainable for the remainder of the season?
Currently, I think our away form is really poor. So it's clearly evident that it's not sustainable, and we won't achieve our target of getting into European football. We need to go into the transfer market, which is what I was saying is key to any sort of team to develop and push forward further last week. So we need to go into the transfer market and look at better players for each XYZ position to make this more sustainable. But through that, I think once you get the better players, I don't think we see the exact same 5 at the back kind of football and system. We have the right players then that are making the overlapping runs, are running into areas to free XYZ players. So it's about going into the market, because we can see clearly now that there's a certain amount of players that are not good enough within this system. That will be the failing of Ruben if he doesn't execute that. That will be the failing of Ineos. Now I'm speaking to you really, because that's your main focus, Nuruddin. That will be the failing of Ineos if they don't fix those problems and take that element of responsibility out of his hands. Because obviously we've mentioned last week that he's a coach, so they now need to do the business side of things. Look at the players in Delo, who we can see as a wing back. We need more, we need way more, a Grimaldo type, a Nuno Mendes type there. Get up and down the pitch, can create in the final third, can tackle, can stay and live within the midfield third. We need more, like I was trying to speak to, kind of players that can play clever passes, but from the defensive line, either on the left centre back and the right centre back. They can carry the football. I kind of coined it as Busquets or playmaker centre backs, but we need players that can drive and create plays from the defensive line. They have to purchase those coaching elements. Rants on what Rants was saying against Brighton, we saw De Ligt, who's been an important player for us this season, or been effective this season. We saw him following the likes of strikers all the way into the opposition's half, and then doing so we've seen a little bit of an adaptation in that sense from players within the defensive line.
But that's not how you get the best out of a De Ligt, bro. For me, it's poor coaching. Do you know what I'm saying? It's poor coaching, because you're asking De Ligt. You're asking De Ligt to do something that you shouldn't be asking him to do, bro. You look at De Ligt's build, he's not a box-to-box centre-back, bro. He's a big, stocky man, bruv. You know what I mean? Getting man to be running up and down.
He's a box defender.
You will lose stuff defensively when you need him to win his duels at the other end, because you got man flipping doing donkey work, bro. Like, it's not economical. It makes no sense, bro, like in the grand scheme of football. If it was 5-a-side, And I know a lot about five-a-side and futsal. Yeah, cool. We can do a man-for-man thing. You know what I mean? But in 11-a-side, doing man-for-man, yeah, and especially not doing a hybrid press where you can say to Delete, you know what, follow your man up into a certain point, then you can let him go. Well, you following man to the edge of his own box, bro. Fucking ludicrous, bro. You know what I mean? It's ludicrous. Pass him on.
I think I can understand that, and maybe a right-sided centre-back should have more of that responsibility. But again, the characteristics and the personnel may mean that Ruben doesn't trust X, Y, Z player.
But Marcel, do you know what happens when that happens? Because it's all well and good people thinking that it's a good tactical thing, but when Delete is pressing here and Ugarte is pressing in the middle, brother, who the fuck is that centre back? You know who's that centre back? Bruno or someone else. This is where we get in trouble because we got a centre back on the edge of the box and we've now got an attacking midfielder following someone that way. And now we're defending and Cunha's looking at their fucking right winger. This is what's going to happen in football because, listen, there's always a vacuum. There's always a space that needs to be filled by somebody else. So I do not want someone that's uncomfortable in such a critical area in that position. You don't want that. We have specialists in football for a reason. The problem with modern football is there's no specialists anymore. They want fucking 11 hybrid players that can do everything, bro. That's why the quality of the game has gone to shit.
Runners.
Yeah, that's it.
Other than
I feel like you're speaking.
Can I just come in 1 second before you answer that, please, Master? So I think you said that in your. So just to my second question, and I'm gonna rest my case, is that what have you seen of his coaching ability to tell you that he's improved anyone? Even the players we bought in. Because I agree with you on the fundamental basis. I'm actually maybe against Saeed, Rance, and maybe Rhino, and actually like say that some of the players are not great, right? That's I sway towards that. I think players could be more technical and more physical, have more physicality. So we need a lot more players. And I said he should have got 7 players in the summer, which some people said is unrealistic, but Sunderland go and do it. Other clubs do it. You know, I mean, Nottingham Forest do it, but we can't do it. Somehow somebody keeps telling me we can't do it. But what has he improved in the year that he's been there? Who has he got the best out of something? Who has he coached? And who has he developed? For me to trust in what you say, for him to be back to come. Because I see Cunha, and Cunha sometimes looks confused. And I know it's because of this system BS. And not understanding who Cunha is, what Cunha is as a player. So if you're misprofiling a Cunha, how can I trust you as a coach to get you other players? And I have never, and this is me talking, you know, I'm like, they put him in this shit, it's their boy, they got a back into the hill. But I don't see the evidence. I see basics. Amarim team out there, second half, away from home, lacks the basics.
Yeah, I feel like just on that last line there, I've seen this before under Ten Hag, and Ten Hag spoke about the ambience and the pressure to play for this shirt and our ability to perform away from home. I think that is an issue. You know, the demands at home and the comfort that we get playing with playing around 75,000 and in front of 75,000. There's, you know, we believe in them, and then away from home the demand is a bit different. But then in terms of improvement, I've mentioned before, this is a Moments FC team. I called it before the season started, I think. So I understood that.
I'm glad you mentioned that. I'm glad you mentioned that. I can't lie.
Yeah, he's you know, he's just right now. It's a fire safe situation. I think me and Rhino have spoken about, like, it's not good, but it's a fire safe situation right now. He's putting all the lines back right now. But if you want me to go and say who is improved, I said that, you know, Ahmad would look like one of the best right wing backs in the league or in the world. I think I said at the time. He's, you know, he's developed and shown a new level, or you know, brought out a new type of wing back in Ahmad for me. There was nobody played well last season. We were shocking, Nerdin. So I can't say anyone improved. I think that would be too far gone to say that anyone improved or he's developed any players. But he's been able to show us a new type of wing back within the system. And then, you know, obviously,
can you expand on the new type of wing back, or is it just Ahmad's individual quality?
It's an element of both, I think. But, you know, and then on Cunha, you know, you're saying that he's misprofiling him. Again, he's not being brave on his selection of players. We know
he's misprofiling
Bruno's
every player in
31.
the squad, Marcel.
I don't misprofiling every player in the squad.
Every single one. There's not a single player that's thriving, not even Mbumo. Mbumo is a touchline attacking inside forward, and he's being played, yeah. Mbumo spends the majority of his game facing our goal, laying the ball off, bro, instead of holding the touchline and taking defenders places they don't want to go.
From what we've seen in the Premier League, I can agree that's his optimal position.
Yep.
If he's surrounded by better quality footballers that help operate the system better, we could see like what I'm speaking to about Ahmad, we could see a different kind of man in Brian Mbumo that's just a killer, is able to get the 1-2 pass off his attacker, get in behind, and he's facing the goal quickly. You know, there's possibilities here. But on Cunha quickly, again, about him being brave, about our manager being brave, like I've said many weeks ago, you've got to get that 31-year-old and 33-year-old out of the midfield. We need young, fit,
agile. Bro. Casemiro's been our best midfielder by far, bro.
You say that, Marcel, yeah, but
I'm not disputing that, man. I'm not disputing that, but I'm just saying I'm not disputing that. No, I've said and I've given praise to him, Saeed, that Casemiro is brilliant. I'm not disputing that, but I'm saying
so we don't need to get rid of him.
Rhino, in comparison to the competition, they've got young, fit, agile, in their prime midfielders,
and he's dominating these guys, bro. What are we talking about? Like,
yeah,
Casemiro has dominated every midfield he's played against this season, bro. He's been immense, bro. What are we doing?
Minutes though, Rance, for 50 and 60 minutes. And
so what? It's not his fault he's getting subbed off, bro.
Ten Hag used to talk about an 110-minute game, you know, because it's beyond the 90 minutes. There's added time in both halves. So I need that Rance for 110 minutes, and he can't do that.
Marcel, do you know why that statement, in my opinion, is unfair? Yeah, because
I think it's wrong as well. Go on.
Last season, we asked, we need Rashford to go. We need Garnacho to go. We need Anthony to go. They've all gone now. Oh, we need Bruno to... It's like... So because of those two players, they're the ones holding us back for us getting better out of these players and putting them in a system that can at least be much better than what we're doing now. That will beat a Tottenham team. That will beat a Brighton away. That will beat flipping Brentford at away. Or, do you know what I'm trying to say? Like, if Saeed brings up a lineup right now and we play three at the back, I'm sure all of us together can pick a good team that, let's say, cool, we're not coaches, we don't know 100% will work, but we've got enough intelligence between us to put a team together and actually see how they will do. Do you know what I mean? And expect them to do a lot better based on what the deficiencies that we're seeing with the team at the moment. Do you know what I mean?
No, you said it last week. Yeah. And I fully agree with what you're saying. But two things can be true. I'm saying, and this will forever go, I will be forever saying this right now, because Man United will forever go on and there will forever be, so we'll always need something more. And they will forever be your side of the thing. There will forever be your side of the thing. With this 25-man squad that have to train every week, which one can better what we've got going on right now? And I agree with you last week. So
I think Bruno's the one that's got to go out, though. If anything, Bruno. What does Bruno do in that midfield that you would say is worth keeping? Because I'd rather keep Casemiro in there rather than Bruno Fernandes. Because for me, at least Casemiro, he's actually, I think he's one of the most, in terms of defensive actions, I think he's the highest in this Man United team. You know what I mean? And it's like, bro, like Bruno doesn't really win tackles. He doesn't really dictate games. He actually, in the Tottenham game, he lost the ball a lot of times because his spatial awareness and his understanding was like, whoa, what's going on here? What do I do now? And he was actually a detriment. Whereas Casemiro, we haven't seen him lose the ball. We haven't seen him do, them kind of things where you're like, whoa, get off the ball. Like, he's actually been our better midfielder this season.
But he got us out after 60 minutes, after an hour. I
think that's down to the fact that we're so open and we're running around. I'll let Texino come in, but I think that's not down to Casemiro being old and whatever. Like, bro, I'm still seeing Xhaka. He's same age as Casemiro. So what we're doing here, guys, man? You know what I mean? Like, if Xhaka can survive because they're all...
They play a different way. Xhaka's the playmaker. He gets on the ball to playmake.
I get it, yeah, but I still...
Xhaka's the playmaker side.
No, what I'm saying is, though, Xhaka, at least the midfielders are close to him. There's players that... Like that Siddiqui guy. Siddiqui guy gets around him and he has the energy.
He's got two people either side of him.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. But why can't we do that then? Why can't we do that?
Like a coach doesn't believe that. He doesn't believe it.
I was speaking to that before, Saeed.
Let me just bring in Texino.
I was speaking to that though before, Saeed. I was very... Yeah, go on. Yeah, go on.
Yeah, go on, Texino.
Yeah, man. Big up the Mandem. Big up the guys. Big up the guys. Big up the chat as well. Obviously, smash 1K likes. Just kind of going based off what I've heard. Now, in terms of with Casemiro's situation, if he does gas out after 60 minutes and we need runners, as you say, the ideal substitution that Amram makes is always Agate. And he's the runner of the midfield. So why does that not make any significant difference? That's my question. I don't think we need runners in midfield. One, when I'm looking at the pros, Amram, give me some more of Amad Diallo in that front three. Give me some more of Amad Diallo in that front three. I don't think he's a wing back. He is the only player in this team that can kill the ball dead and whip a ball on a sixpence. Who else is doing that in the squad? Him. He paused play and literally spun poetry on the football on top of Mbuemo's head, let alone he is the smallest player on the pitch, brother. Okay? Him, Cunha, and Mbuemo linking up. Bro, I haven't seen more chemistry in the lab. They play well together. Ballers link up with ballers, innit? I will say that every single panel, because you saw it worked. They also press together. Thierry Henry the other day, what did he say about Barcelona's pressing back in the day? You have to love it. You have to enjoy pressing. When you're pressing with your mate, you enjoy it more. There's communication. Close down that area. Cover this area. X, Y, Z. And you saw it for the first maybe half an hour or so, and we dropped off. But we were all over Spurs. My issue now is, why is it when we come out for the second half, we always start slow? What on earth does Ruben Amorim say to these guys? He's had his tactic set up for the first 45 minutes. What on earth do you change? Like, we did not need to change anything against Spurs. They stunk. There was no attacking for every time they got the... Bro, they were hoofing it. But when we were hoofing it, we were winning the second balls. As I said, the players wanted to run for each other. Man changed the whole personnel in the second half. Mazraoui did not need to come off. The Dorgu substitution for Dallo, why on earth did that happen? However, again, still 1-0 up for what, 82 minutes? When did we concede? In the 82nd minute?
Yeah, 80-something minute, yeah.
Why on earth? I'm seeing Ahmad get the ball and there were like overlaps or people overlapping, etc. These men are taking their time, they're passing backwards. That's an instruction, bro. Because
to be fair, they were knocking on the door from the 65 minutes. And that's why...
you know how Ogata is so dumb.
It has nothing to do with what I'm saying, though, bro. The only reason why I said it has nothing to do, we control what we're doing in possession. Yeah, the fact that we went lackluster every time we got the ball was slow. We almost played for a 1-0 win. What on earth are we doing? Do you understand what I'm saying?
Especially when Tottenham are so dead.
Are we going to blame it on the one Sesko chance? Magic from Mason Mount there, by the way. That he's showing that's what he can do, but he'll probably produce that once every 4 to 5 games.
4 games.
But he's showing what he can do. Like that was a bit of magic. Obviously, if Sesko was a bit sharper, maybe he pulled his muscles just before. Obviously, he went to execute.
That's what people said, by the way. They said that.
If he was a bit quicker, then obviously, bro, we would have dead.
That kind of makes sense because his agility looked like it slowed down at the wrong time. It just looked a bit like, why did you slow down then?
Bro,
like
you're
a bit sharper.
It looked like a bit of stage fright, though. Innit? You see that with strikers. Yeah, I don't know. It looked like, for me, just not being biased, it looked like a bit of stage fright because he slowed down completely and did not expect Van der Ven to recover. So obviously, I just think with Sesko, if we're looking at him entirely, Marcel, I do agree in terms of the aggressive side of things. If your profile is a physical specimen, and I said it even before I dropped the Sesko comp, I said, players like that will come into the Prem and they will get rattled. Yeah, they may be big. Go and clip it up if you want. I said, they may be big, but they'll come into the Prem and get rattled because they're getting hit by something they've never been hit like before, bro. Does that make sense? So you can tell with Sesko, yeah, he's got good feet. He's got amazing balance as well for a tall man. However, he don't like to put the forearm out when he's holding up the football. He will control the ball and just get moved to. That's his issue. If he like learns how to obviously kind of hold off players, then yeah, I think he would look much better. But the profile player, I like it. I don't want to do
He's not
none of
used
this
to this level of
revisionism stuff
physicality.
with Højlund. Yeah, but I don't want to do none of this revisionism stuff, bro.
No. Højlund's getting cooked, man.
Then I would jump. Exactly, but I would jump onto Paul Pogba if we want to do revisionism, because have we replaced him since? No. Have we got a better midfielder since? No. So let's not do all of that. In terms of the negatives in that game, last thing, Saeed, last thing.
Yeah.
We are being bombarded, by Spurs. Just before we conceded, we are being absolutely bombarded by Spurs. So we have 11 men behind the ball. When we were distributing the ball, again, why on earth are we not flying? No one was flying forward. It was just so lackluster. I don't know what happened to the energy. So this just all obviously goes right back to Ruben Amorim. What on earth does he say to these men in the change room? Because it's not just this game.
Yeah,
it was the last game.
as
Even
well.
Brighton, even Brighton, we saw James Milner come on and dictate the play. James Milner should not be coming on centre midfield when he's been probably playing the last decade.
When he came on,
fullback,
I swear.
and dictating the play. These things should not be happening. James Milner's not faster than Casemiro. You're not going to tell me that, Marcel. It's not about pace, bro. It's just about little things in the system that needs to be tweaked. And I think the last question in terms of Nuruddin asked, is it sustainable with this away record and the way we play, basically, type of thing. Now, I think it is, because Marcel, you mentioned how managers have come in and they've gone right back into a pragmatic approach and seed out the season, whether if it's champion finishes or whatever. But they done well in their first seasons. But then what was their issue? The second season, when they're trying to implement these different strategies, went bust. It went absolute bust. And I see the same thing happening with Amorim. And the reason why is because he's already tried it for God knows how long. And you're saying personnel of players, but we've got half of them on the bench. If you want to talk about technical players, Joshua Zirkzee on the bench. Kobe Mainoo's on the bench. People like Mazraoui should be playing in that back five if you want to talk about technical brilliance and people being a Busquets. They're the best players on the ball from the back. But he's not playing them. And that comes right down to profiling. And who's doing that? The head coach, bro. So it's maybe sustainable until the end of the season, but next season, Amorim will have a massive issue, bro. Massive issue, of course.
Just to go on one of the issues, obviously midfield, you know what I mean? It does look like maybe we might go into the January transfer window. You know what I mean? I reckon it'll be loans rather than anything. You get me? And it's dark out there, man. Some of the names I'm seeing out there, man. Joao Gomes. I know Nuruddin, you rate him a little bit. I don't rate him one bit, bro. I think he's just one of them Rash Ogati kind of prototypes. You know what I mean? It's got a bit of energy. Gallagher, I mean, I don't rate him at all. You know what I'm saying? He could be option. Mainoo could be going out for game time. You can clearly see now, man, that Mainoo, he's going to have to take that risk, bro, and move abroad, unfortunately. Because the manager don't rate him, bro. And for me, it's like, I shouldn't be pushing for man to stay, bro. It's not right, bro, for me to be saying, yo,
Can I ask
stay,
a question?
Yeah, go on.
Who sold Scott McTominay?
Yeah, Ten Hag.
Was it Ten Hag?
Yeah,
Was it Ten Hag?
Yeah.
Okay. So we sold Scott McTominay, and then now we're talking about January 2026, looking for Scott McTominay type of players. Scott McTominay AI. Scott McTominay line of symmetry. That's exactly what we're looking for.
To be fair, Scott McTominay's a bit more attacking.
Yeah,
more attacking. To be fair,
Scott McTominay's
a more number 10 gate crasher.
Yeah, but
Gallagher,
Gallagher,
we're looking for
I'm not a fan of Gallagher. I'm not a big fan of Gallagher. I'm not a big fan.
These are midfielders that can't play on the football, bro. You don't want them receiving it from the back four or the back five, I should say. You don't.
But we don't do
want
that
those
anyway.
players
Our
receiving the
coach
ball.
doesn't believe in that.
Partey, bro.
He doesn't believe that anyway.
I don't need another one.
Marcel is telling me about playmaking centre halves.
No, but I see his vision. No. Honestly, no. I don't want to laugh at him. I see his vision because majority of the
No, I
time,
understand.
especially in this day and age of football, bro, the centre halves are always on the football. You look at like Klopp's team. Van Dijk was always on the football. You look at
and that's the thing that's wrong with
City's team.
football.
Stones is always on the
football.
football. Centre halves are always majority of the touches in today's game, and so I understand exactly what Marcel's playing. But then we're probably looking to revamp the whole squad, apart from maybe Luke Shaw, Mazraoui. Like the Lit's not a smooth operator. Do you know what I mean? This guy's a machine, bro.
But Tex, this is what happens though. This is what happens in football. Pep's first team is not the same as his last team. Or Pep's most successful team when it's in its prime is not the same as when he starts. So you are looking to revamp. That's what I was trying to explain to Rano.
With what players?
Look what Pep's done. Look what Pep's done. Yeah, nearly every year when he won the Prem 4 times in a row, he played a different style of play nearly every year. But none of you want to clock that, bro. Do you get what I'm saying? I swear, I've seen this guy play. I've seen this guy play 3 at the back. I've seen him play 4-4-2, 4-3-3, and win the treble, broski, with 4 centre halves.
I know.
False
9 as well.
John Stones, false 9.
Yeah.
John Stones was a false 5. The man was playing as a defensive midfielder almost.
Yeah, he was stepping into midfield.
Bro, he was dictating especially that Champions League final. I've probably never seen a performance like it. It's gone very, very underrated. John Stones' performance against Inter Milan in that Champions League final.
But he was always that kind of ball playing.
But bro, we're asking for like the best defenders in the world when we're talking about this, Marcel. Like we're asking for the best ball player, and that's not going. It's not going to happen.
What was we before? What was we before, Tex?
Yeah, but I hear you, bro. But you want the best players in the world in every single position. And if you're saying what was we before, Tex, like, bro, Wes Brown, Darren Fletcher, Darren Gibson, Anderson, Cleverly, these man, they weren't like superstar names.
No, Darren Fletcher was an amazing player.
I'm talking about Rio. I'm talking about Vidic. Let's talk about the position.
But then who came in to cover Rio and Vidic and them, man? Was it not Wes Brown? Was it not Johnny Evans? Was it not them? So that is my point. That's my point. Like you're asking for the best players in every single position, by the way, let alone you still want those midfielders, Marcel, bro. This is going to take a very long time. And then imagine Cameron does go and get every player, every best player in the world in every position, and it still doesn't work. Then what happens there, bro?
Then inevitable happens. All managers, like managers from Real Madrid, managers from this. Then the inevitable happens. That's a very you just framed it, Matt. You framed it for one particular answer, which is fine, and we can give you the answer. But the reality is, what happens if he gets every player in single position and then it does work out? What happens then?
Yeah, but then you look at like what Pep was doing in terms of like implementing with different players, bro. No one thought someone like a Raheem Sterling would have been a Pep Guardiola player. Look what he done to Raheem Sterling, bro. Man had Fabian Delph at left back, bro, shutting things down, but then moving like a smooth operator, playing as an inverted fullback.
Because he's around some of the best players in the world at this time, and the best.
No, but you can't do that though. And bro, it's not easy to play in. Bro, he was one of the first fullbacks to actually deploy that. Like, them man got rid of Clichy. Them man got rid of Clichy, and the best player to play that role since in that left back position has been Fabian Delph, bro.
To be fair,
in your opinion, but on top of that, the point that we're trying to make is
Cancelo one season.
Cancelo, maybe they can
fair.
He's surrounded by best in the league. He's surrounded by world class. It's the point we're trying to make here, and that's the process of what a manager needs to do. Develop the best Champions League level winning. It's a combination. It's a combination. I'm not
quality and coaching. Yeah,
it's a.
But what it seems right now though is the player quality is carrying.
Do you think Rico Lewis? It's Rico Lewis, amazing quality. Is this Riley kid amazing quality? No. They're good coaching.
Yeah, like O'Reilly, that told me he was an attacking midfielder, bro. He just looks like a competent, technical, big, tall boy. Like not the most Like, bro, there's nothing amazing about him. He's just very good fundamentals. He's left-footed and he gets up and down, bro. You know what I mean? He's playing well. And guess what? Pep actually trusts him to play him because they've got a system that works, bro. When you look at Amarim's the minutes he's given the young players, it's the worst of any Man United, man.
Don't worry.
Yeah.
Rants, don't worry.
We
We're going to get rid of Kobe. You heard it here first. We're going to get rid of Kobe. And then we're going to bring in the young lad, the young African kid, and go, look.
Cody, he's not. I don't think he's going to be ready anytime soon. No, they're going to bring on Gallagher. Gallagher's going to replace Kobe.
Listen, genuinely, people, cut this any way you want. I just don't see it being sustainable. Survival till when? Till what? Till what? What's the game? What's the game plan?
To get better players that suit the system. We've got, like I was mentioning in terms of the midfield,
does Gallagher suit the system? Would Gallagher suit system? Be honest.
Better than what we have. Yes.
We don't play through midfield.
What we have, yes.
So we don't know.
If you had a combination, if you had a combination of Casemiro, Gallagher, or something like this, it could maybe suit.
That's stinky. That's I feel sick. That's making me feel sick, bro.
Yeah, no problem, right now. Throw up.
Casemiro, Gallagher, and Bruno.
I don't know what I haven't mentioned Bruno yet. But throw up if you have to.
That's horrible.
You have to. Probably you have to. But you're saying when
sorry, go on.
You're saying if he's
Casemiro's getting dropped, and it's going to be Gallagher, Bruno, and Mount in the 10. That's what it's going to be. I'm putting you up front. It's disgusting. The Harama's blood. You know them one. That's what it's going to be. It's nasty.
His decision making and your opinion, if they coincide, it's a problem. And I agree with the narratives that you're all saying. But if you just ask me a basic question, side, and then everyone reacts, and I'm giving you the idea that
what do you think, though, man? Not what Amarin thinks. Give me your opinion, please.
Oh no! I want Anderson and Bruno Guimaraes. I want Anderson, and I want the best players. What are we doing? But cool. I'm a solution-based man. So I'm looking at the reality. I'm looking at the reality.
Hey.
I'm looking at the reality.
Solutions, you know. Solutions.
I'm a solution-based man. So I'm looking at the reality. I'm looking at the situation, and what can we do right now to proliferate and upregulate and get more wins currently?
And the solution is Marcel wants the Gallagher. He loves himself a Gallagher. Yeah, is that what we're doing? Is that what we're doing?
Aye, darkness.
I know, sign you to clip that. Oh my god.
Oh, man. I swear down, bro.
I don't want Gallagher.
You know what it is though? The fact that we've just allowed the narrative here that Kobe Mainoo is not good enough anymore and he's just being allowed to go alone.
Disgrace.
It makes me feel sick, bro.
It is a disgrace.
It's actually sickening, bro. And you know what it is, bro? Just because we believe in this system and this has to work, and Kobe Mainoo, if he doesn't fit, then we don't really care and let him go out alone, bro. But a year ago, you were all saying that he was one of the this and that, and you know what? You know what I mean? It's crazy how people just change.
The Amarin sexuals.
Sell Casemiro and Bruno and find a partner for Kobe in the midfield. Find someone that's competent to protect.
Or you could play Kobe, Casemiro, and Bruno in a free. And you know what, man? If we did play a 4-3-3, it would work.
Now you're saying, Saeed, that you don't like the manager system and maybe you don't like the manager. But I'm still living in the solution-based world. I'm a solution man. I'm a solution man. I'm living in this framework. And I understand the reality.
It's criminal.
Because I said ages ago, Saeed. Play the 3-5-2. What's this man doing? He's wasting time. He's killing. He's just wasting time. I said that at the beginning of the season. But I'm within the solution-based world, and I'm living within this framework. Give me a partner and someone that can suit Kobe's style of football, and sell Bruno and Cass to fund that.
People.
That's what I'm gonna follow up on.
Just 1 second.
Yeah.
Solutions world. People, solutions in this world.
Regulate as well.
Marcel.
Solutions.
Marcel is the guy, mate. He loves the guy.
No more Better Call Saul. Better Call Marcel. You know what I'm saying? Better Call Marcel. But yeah, look, listen. My main question for every individual here: what is Kobe Mainoo's profile as a midfielder? What do you believe his profile is as a midfielder? I think he's A.
Yeah.
Because when he
he's
came
A,
into the game, he was moving like a combat midfielder. Every time I watch his comps, I'm seeing cutting off passing lanes, I'm seeing screening, I'm seeing clearing off the line. So if this man can recycle the football, where on earth has that gone? Where,
Bro, listen,
on
when
earth
Kobe was
has that gone
playing
for
well,
me?
yeah, when Kobe was playing well, you could see, bro, driving into space, little body feints here and there, the way he just manipulates the ball, the way the way he's tidy in possession, skips past you like you're not there. Bro, you see that bit against Liverpool last year, bro? And he did this against Liverpool twice, by the way, at Old Trafford, bro. Dancing in between a couple of Mandem, bro. This is Liverpool last year on the top of their game, bro. But yeah, man wanted to tell me that Kobe Mainoo's got a sprint over there, bro. Get out of here,
No,
bro.
but he showed that he had legs. Look
Exactly.
how dynamic he was that whole game. He was popping up on the wing. He was in the midfield. The Premier League game, didn't he score from like the edge of the box?
Yes.
The side of the box.
Yeah.
Like he was dynamic. He's all over the gaff. Why are we taking this away from him? What, like, even in this role, I'm looking at Casemiro in this role. Why are we not bringing on Kobe Mainoo instead of Ugarte? Now, because he's in competition with Bruno Fernandes. But then what does Bruno Fernandes do? Because in this system, he looks like a bang average midfielder, guys. It's not like he does anything special. He does look bang average.
He does.
You're muted.
Yeah, facts.
Listen,
He does look
nothing
bang
off the
average.
ball. You know what? Listen, nothing on the ball, nothing off the ball. Absolutely get bullied. I just say, this is what, honestly, I don't know. Like people like Marcel and other people. So people have made it about that Kobe Mainoo now. This is the Amberine sexuals. You know, the pole dancers, the pom pom. Like literally, have told me Kobe's trash. Kobe's a troublemaker. Just because they believe in what you said, Mr. Solutions.
Yeah, please
like,
don't tie me in
real,
them together,
I'm talking about real solution, real based, real life based solution. Listen,
I'm not like them,
no,
Jordan.
No, I'm not saying you're like them. I'm just saying to you, I just get the same as that's what I'm understanding. And now they're like, Kobe's crap, Kobe's overrated. And I'm like, Kobe looks bad because I explain it again. Ask anybody who's doing in terms of conditioning. You need 490 minutes to be up to speed at top flight professional football. You know, top flight professional football, you cannot do training. You cannot think that, I'm going to try to do what we do in game, in training. You can't. The level of fitness and physicality you need to be able to play, especially in modern football, you need the leg. You need those miles in your legs, and you need those miles in the lungs need those miles and the amount of time in the game. So anybody who's coming off the bench looks terrible because none of them. I've been arguing with Saeed about Donny van der Beek about this when people say, giving somebody a game here, giving him pity minutes here.
I agree.
It doesn't help anyone.
You need to play 4 games, 90 minutes to be match fitness. That's why they have a specialty, match fitness. Players talk about is he training it or match fitness.
They also got a lot of like-minded players as well. With them,
complements. Football is all about complementing each other.
Yeah, I agree.
It's all about, can we complement your way you want to play? And Tech spoke to that earlier before in his answer. It's what we do. It's can we, Ahmad in Burma, they can, like I said, ballers can complement each other because they understand the rhythm of the game. In midfield, this coach does not believe in playing through midfield. So why are we obsessed with trying to lump him into Kobe? That's why he does it, because Kobe will expose him. If he was to play Kobe, Kobe will expose that he doesn't like playing through midfield. He doesn't. He prefers to hoof the ball instead. And that's the reality we have to grasp with. And that's why I'm talking as somebody who's objective. I have nothing against Ruben Amorim. I don't know him. All I'm saying to you is that what I see, Saeed, the patterns, you know me, having ADHD makes you like you spot patterns. I'm telling you, go and read it up. You spot patterns. The patterns I'm spotting here at this moment in time, it's not patterning. And you know why it's not patterning? Because they don't make sense to me. And it don't make sense to the players on the football pitch. And Tech talk about it. Why are we so different? Why are we in the bottom 3 in second half performances, but in the first half performances, we're in the top
Top
two.
of the league.
Top of the league. Why?
Mhm. Yeah.
Because
Oh yeah.
there is something dysfunctional structurally when the team becomes under pressure, when we haven't got that physicality and that intensity, which it should be the basics at Manchester United. Do you not think, Fergie, you know what old school football is saying? Squeeze the ball. Squeeze them in.
Yes.
Hand them in.
Compact the space.
Combat the space. Now we call it pressing. Give it a new kind of remix name, and everyone's like, something's new. There's nothing new in football. Same pitches, the same diameters, 11 against 11. It's about when you've got the ball, how much you can exploit the other teams, the spaces that you get. And then when you haven't got the ball, it's how much you can restrict.
It's night and day. Have you watched Crystal
team.
Palace? Night and day, man. You see players like Will Hughes and that get on the ball and start dictating, bro. You get
He's
me?
got a striker, a Japanese striker playing in midfield, bossing games.
Kamada, yeah.
Yeah, but no one talks
talks
about Adam Wharton's and Will Hughes' mobility. Both of them, in terms of mobility, they're both shocking. Yeah,
I think you're right. Mobility-wise, yeah, you're right. Adam Wharton's not the most mobile midfielder I've seen.
Exactly. But
Amorim will never play someone like Amber because you have to give him the ball to start the ball. He drops into the back three, picks up the ball, punches it in, gets it back, and then gets the team up the pitch.
It's gonna be him.
Playing it left,
playing
this
it
guy
right. Here. It's gonna be
Anderson
United.
Listen, at the end of the day, I don't see it unless there is something that Marcel or everybody. I'm not just putting it on Marcel, but everybody can see. Saying this is sustainable. I just don't see it as sustainability. Yeah. I genuinely
and we always get linked to players as soon as we play them. We always just get linked to them. I'm tired of it, bro. I
saw you what we see in them. We're like, yo, that's
we play a player, he plays good against us. Oh yeah, we're linked.
The bar's low,
Cristiano Ronaldo story, man.
Bro, the bar's low in it. It's obviously if we see a player that looks half decent, let's go and buy him in it. You get me? That's just the way it is with United.
Yeah, Anderson though. I think he's half decent. I would even get him in the summer if I wanted to. Not a priority, but
it still seems to be Baleba. But bro, I've been watching Baleba, and I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. If we're buying him for more than 50 million, bro, I'm telling you what, man, this is crazy, bro. Like he has been criminally bad this year. And I'm not saying
that'll work out good for us, Saeed. Imagine in an ideal world, he's playing bad, lowering his value. We copy him, and then he just turns up in an ideal world. You know what I mean?
Man, because bro, when he loses that ball in midfield, he does lose a lot of the ball in midfield. He's not even a 6, guys, man. He's more of a box to box kind of bro. Like I wouldn't even class him as a direct 6, Mandem.
Yeah, so but if he comes to United, they're going to make him a direct 6. This is the thing. We sign black midfielders and then just think they're the best defensive midfielders since sliced bread. And that's the God's honest truth, innit? We signed
Pogba.
Exactly. We signed Paul Pogba, then we wanted to make him a 6. We signed Fred, we wanted to make him a 6. Back in the day, Anderson, man was out here winning Young Player of the Year, and then he's a combat midfielder. Like we turn every black midfield into a combat midfield. It just happens, innit? It's a thing.
Them man are mistreated the man.
I'm scared for Kone to come through as well. You think if he don't rate Mainoo, he's gonna rate Kone? Come on, bro, no chance.
And even Kone, I think Kone is even still more of an 8 as well. If you have to be real, I think he's still more of an 8 still.
Of course he is.
So we haven't had a proper 6 in ages.
Defensive responsibility.
You know what it is though? Let's be honest though. Yeah, did they look at that? The Mandem, like it's like they just assume that because Cobb is a black man, they think he's athletic and that. Get me? No, real talk though, man. I don't want to get into the ins and outs here, but like real talk, did they look at us and think, yo, he's got to be fit, he's got to be athletic? You know what I mean? Because I don't know. Maybe when he was at Sporting Lisbon, he was looking at these guys like Quenda and them, man. Yo, man. I've been going to Portugal, and I'm seeing Mendy. I'm seeing, you know what I mean, Quenda. They're fit, they're strong, they're up and down. And I see Kobe, and I'm like, yo, why go on with you, Kobe, man? You know what I mean? Is it an underbelly thing, though? Are we stereotyping our players, bro?
Amorim is anti-football. Anti-football coaches do not like ballers.
It's a valid question, guys, but we got to ask ourselves these questions, Because
Mainoo
is more of a culture footballer. He's more of a player that he wants to play the ball.
On the ball.
And they don't assume, maybe they're not looking at it thinking, yo, like, you know what? I don't really want you doing all of that. Kobe's like, get me forward and let me be that 10/8. But he's like, nah, man, because you are here, bro. We want you to do this, and we need you to do this.
Let's be real, yeah. But why do you think even in English football they don't talk about Yaya Toure as they should do? Let's be real, ability-wise, and what he done in 2014-15 can never be replicated from another midfielder in this league, bro. Man bagged about 12 goals from out the box. Set pieces were penalties to this, man. Do you understand what I'm saying? However, look at the birthday cake situation. That's always going to overshadow what a man possessed on the football pitch. It's just, it's just the thing, innit? That like I've come to terms with it. Like I know where it is, innit? Hence why I even say with this whole situation in terms of the season, just going back onto Amorim, bro, I'm checked out of this whole manager out, in, out thing or whatever. It's vibes. And on top of that, at least I've got better players. I'm not watching Garnacho and Højlund on my TV screen. I'm watching players like Cunha receive the ball and Mbeumo, etc. So I'm happy with that. We mentioned a point earlier about Mbeumo being a touchline winger. I totally agree with that. But I can see him kind of growing in his role, because I would say like 4 or 5 games ago, when he was receiving the ball in the pocket with his back to goal, he was a bit like a horse and he weren't checking his shoulders. He was just more true. So he was giving it back. But now he's spinning. Now he's spinning. He's receiving the ball.
Did the goals give you that?
And he's looking to spin.
Give you that.
Yeah, of course. But playing in that position regularly, like you're gonna study the spaces. You're gonna learn, innit? Like you're gonna progress over a period of time. So that's why I said I'm really happy with that front three that I saw. Obviously, now that Sesko's injured, I want to see that more. I don't want to see Dalot back, because Dorgu on the left flank, obviously we know his attacking frailties, innit? But defensively, he's not poor at all, and he's got good recovery runs. You look at Mazraoui on the ball. Mazraoui's top on the ball. You coach him a bit more to go forwards, etc. We'll be fine, bro. Like, we wouldn't be in that position where Dalot gets the ball, bro. You get stage fright, head goes blank, boom, light bulb goes off.
And Tex, even based on that point as well, that's why that Dalot sub, the Dorgu sub, hurt us. I get it, he was a yellow card, but there's certain games where you have to put your trust in the player to just maintain the fact that he's got a yellow card and just pattern up, don't do nothing rash. And you could argue that, but what if you can't trust him? But that spoiled even more rhythm of the game. Do you know what I mean? As much as we lost other attacking threats, we lost even more when Dorgu came off. So I don't think yellow card
experience though, because it looked like it got to a point where he was just making subs for subs' sake. He did not need to make that change.
Does that every game?
He
uses all 5 of his subs. You see that Tottenham game? That's a game that you make 2 subs. Because you know why? Because we got the game under control. So we just keep it the same for as long as possible.
Just add a bit more attacking threat, maybe make it just inject.
Bro, we just keep it the same for as long as possible. I'm not a fan of making subs because you have them. If the game is going in a certain pattern and everyone understands what they're supposed to be doing, we keep it like that. That's exactly how we keep it. Do you know what I mean? And if you do want to make a change, maybe make a change to your outlet. So you might say, you know what? I need fresh legs to carry them this way when we get the ball, because we're under a bit of pressure. Like, let's stretch them. Do you know what I mean? But we didn't need the Dorgu change. We did not need, And you do not make a triple substitution after you've just made a single substitution. Mazraoui was always going to play a certain number of minutes because he hasn't played. Fair enough. I think that was his first start of the season. No problem with taking off Maz. You don't make a triple substitution after that because you mess up the whole chemistry and balance of the team, bro.
Yeah. We just needed injection. That's all we needed. That's it. Literally. Because the players went flat.
And the excuse you come out with, that's what I said. Casemiro was feeling something. Like, so why are you allowing him to go to Brazil then? Like, make it make sense.
Yeah, luckily he's playing more games. He's playing. You know, he's played him 90 minutes, by the way, Mandem, and he ain't looking out of place in Brazil team. He played 2 90 minutes for Brazil. I'm sorry.
That's because Carlo knows how to use him.
I know.
Yeah, you get legs around him. You don't get a Bruno around him. Every day you're gonna look. Listen, I'm not gonna lie to you guys. If I ever had to play Bruno in midfield, I would punch him, right, in the amateur football I play, and then I would have walked out and go and sign for somebody else. Not that it's not personal to him, but I just can't play some player next to him like that. Nobody would. And somebody made a comment in the thing. He said, if Scholes was right now, Amorim will be like, Amorim will not use him.
Yeah, be like, yo, you're too short. Yeah.
Yeah.
What about Xerxes, man? Then what are we saying about Xerxes? He looks like he might be going out on loan. Everton, West Ham, a couple of teams around him. Is it fair to treat him this year? I feel like it's been he didn't have a preseason, cool, but the treatment has been mad, bro. Considering that like Sesko hasn't really like blown, you know what I mean, has done a madness, you feel me? Like considering Cunha's position, it isn't really a forward. Like he said that he couldn't really play Xerxes because he felt like it was the same position as Cunha, so he didn't want to do like for like. That was another thing he didn't want to do. I'm just like, broski, like it's a shame because I still think if you made a front three of Cunha, Xerxes, and Bumo, that could cook, you know.
That's what I was going to say. I was just thinking that, and then you got Dorgu and you got Ahmad as well. You might see something. You might see something.
But sometimes you don't speak, you just do, innit? And I think where with Xerxes' situation, where he's very unfortunate is the fact that we're playing once a week, bro, and the FA Cup hasn't even started yet. So he's nowhere near going to see minutes. Nearly every game for Amorim is like a cup final. So he's almost gonna always start his best players to
how sustainable
he's not even bringing him on. You can't get no match.
How sustainable is that?
He's not bringing them on because, for example, he's starting his Mason Mounts of this world, or if he starts that front three that he started on the weekend, he's bringing on Sesko. Sesko's injured. He's gonna. It's like he's not gonna use Xerxes. The only time he's gonna use Xerxes is when it comes to these bootleg games in the FA Cup third round, and it's a joke, bro. Like he has to show that, all right, cool, I'm one of the best players in this team, like he done last year. A man embarrassed him, you know, subbed him after 20 minutes. A man went crying down the tunnel. He's still young, you know, like he's my age or younger or something. I don't know. But he's still young. 24. So them things are gonna get to him. But no one wants to talk about his mentality. I know the United fans in Old Trafford love him because every time I went there, they were singing his name. However,
they originally booed him though. They
don't talk about his mentality. The man returned and was basically our best player. The man returned and was basically our best player. If he did not play in the Europa League, we weren't getting to that Europa League final.
Listen, at the end of the day, I just see it as none of this is sustainable. So I'm almost like, why are we? I feel like my time's being wasted watching this crap. I'm telling you, I swear to God, win, lose or draw, I don't see any of it. I'm not seeing anything. My guy's been here for a year. It's officially a year this week. He's been here.
Yeah.
And Manchester United's a toxic football club. So I understand that. I give him grace to the fact that what we are as a football club. But I just don't see it. I can't listen, myself, not just point you out, but to anybody. I am never taking somebody who doesn't want to play through midfield in the Premier League. It's only going to end one way. Unless you're a miracle worker. Unless you've invented another invention of football. Because English football, you need to be able to play. You know why the midfield is so important away from home? Do you know why you need your midfield in a team away from home? You know what your midfield does? If the team's coming down the right-hand side, everybody shift to the right-hand side.
Yeah.
If they're coming attacking the left-hand side, how many times have we seen midfielders actually trap runners into the box and then help the wing backs or the full backs or the third centre out actually step in there for how many others? We don't see that. At the end of the day, Casemiro is really good at holding his position, Saeed. But when you've got a madman right next to you who lacks the physicality, lacks no tackle, he can't tackle, he's horrendous in a one-on-one, and then you expect them to play man for man. Like, I just don't get it. You haven't got the players to play man. What do you do as a coach? You look around what you've got, you go, all right, so how can I protect? And that's what's done for Casemiro. For Brazil, Casemiro.
Yeah, he's the guy that slides across and he cuts out the danger.
Yeah. And what does Carlos go? I get legs around him so that he doesn't have to run and I don't have to leave him in open wide spaces. But on Manchester United, open wide spaces and people just run past him.
Yeah.
We saw
when Casemiro comes off, we get worse as well.
We saw the best way to play Casemiro on Ten Hag's first season. You have a centre back that's there in Martinez who can back up in terms of the level of physicality. Then you have young players who are close to him who can got a bit more legs around them. And unfortunately, I just do not understand it. And I all know that. I don't know what it is in Portuguese football, but in English football, mate, you get found out. You get found out. And the Amorim, listen, it's like Sway. Amorim doesn't have the answers, man. Don't let me go on Kanye. You don't have the answers. And all I'm saying is shambolic, inconsistent, like fractured football. There is no structure. How can you win away from home if the team's not structured to have a game plan to get the points? Why are we conceding goals in so much? Why moments? Why doesn't somebody think, right, this is what we're going to revert to? We're gonna close the spaces. We're gonna get tighter. We're gonna fight for the ball. No, because we don't have the midfield.
Do you think?
Doesn't believe in doing that. And at times, you all play football. You know, away from home, you need your midfield to get on the fucking ball and take the sting out of the game. You need him to take the sting out of the game and wait for the opening. Like, pass it out than hoofing it. Pass it 1-2. Get the team up to squeeze. Close down the spaces. Get out of your area of the box.
Yeah.
We don't do that. Why? Because this manager thinks I'm this, and he's 40-something years old. He's got his second coach. He's 30 years old. Like, what experience do they have in English fucking football? What are we doing here?
Nah, facts.
You know
what do they know? It's like me and you. It's like the Mandem. I swear to God, it's like I swear to God. I'll fix on here. Go to Old Trafford tomorrow. Somebody says, "There you go, guys." I'll put money on it. We've watched English football. We've played at some of the lowest, maybe, amateur levels or even below that. But we know one thing we will do. We'll get our formation and team structure to get results if we have to. We will do that because we understand. We will think chemistry. How is this going to work in chemistry? And we watch and we know more than Amorim about some of these players. We know them because we've watched them year after year after year. We know more about these players and we know more about this league. And somebody will say waffling. But how am I waffling? It's simple. Portuguese league, your ideals, what you learned there, mate, do not translate here. Manchester United in 140-something odd years have never sustainably got away with three defenders at the back. And where you're asking two of them to be playmakers. It's not happening. English football that's not happening. Stop it.
And we're playing three at the back and we're conceding as many goals as we're scoring as well. It's not even like we're three solid at the back. No. It's three at the back, leaky ass defense.
Yeah, and this man's gonna blame fitness. This man's gonna blame fitness. Yeah, we always blame fitness though. Like every manager that comes in, it probably like
our fitness is here.
Your factor, what you're saying, Nuruddin, like in terms
of
injuries
have got better.
Comes with the culture shock in it. It's like, oh my god, we need to be fit now. We need to be fit.
Yeah, injuries have got better because we've got 5 subs here and we're playing once a week.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah,
facts.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I'm like, the tiredness, you should be able to rotate then, innit? If you're going to say if it's tired, innit? That's what. But just going back on Xerxes here, if you do let him go here, do you think United will go and get like a short-term replacement, or do you reckon they'll just say, you know what, Cunha's enough, and then obviously Sesko's enough as well?
It's not a guy who can lead the line.
I know it's not. I don't really like him there, but I'm just saying though, if Xerxes doesn't leave, would you bring in like a Weghorst kind of type player that can come in?
Oh,
you know what I mean, bro? Like,
I'm not saying I don't do
that. Saeed is trying to trigger us. You're trying to trigger us,
bro. No more shocking at Audi.
Ivan Toney, like Ivan Toney.
Ivan Toney's a good shout.
Ivan Toney's a good shout, man.
Would he be fit though? If speaking of fitness, would he be fit?
I think man. He's done his 2 years probation over there, so he's not gonna get taxed and that. So he's calm now. He can come back now. You know what I mean, bro? He's done his 2 years.
We can get Ivan Toney. It's a no-brainer.
It's a no-brainer, bro.
Toney and Bruno Cunha. Hey, bro, don't piss me off. That'd be crazy.
Toney's a very, very good shot.
Yeah.
I swear, I'm not gonna lie to you guys. There was a time in the game.
No more Audi.
I was thinking, let Bruno be the headless chicken that he is up the pitch as the false 9. Drop Cunha more deeper to carry the ball because at times the midfield was open. It was open in that first half. I was thinking he could dribble these man from a deeper position, pick up the ball. Bruno can't do it. Honestly,
Hey, Nuruddin, I'm not gonna lie, you might be onto something there, you know. Every single one of us here have kicked the ball. You know, when you've got that dead guy that's in your team, you play him up front. You stick him up front.
Yeah.
Why?
Put him out the way.
Because he's out
the way, you know.
of the way.
Hey.
That's
You
crazy.
know, out of the way. Play him in that false nine. Yeah, bro, I'm telling you, you might have.
All he has to do is try and shoot. You don't want him passing the ball or doing that. You just need to just bang it,
Get him
and
out the
hopefully,
way,
if you
bro.
score, you score. Like,
Yeah.
Out the way, bro. If you're doing numbers, you know, if you're doing numbers, captains, and I'm telling you, my man's the last pick. Last pick. He's not my team, broski. He's not on my team at all.
no,
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna say, man. That's why I'm like, yo, I don't know. Like, I don't know if there's gonna be short-term options, man. Maybe we get a little Memphis. I don't know, man. He's available as well. Apparently, he might be looking to leave as well. So I don't know. I'm just giving you maybe something to kind of like, you know, a solution or whatnot. And then yeah, man, I can't lie. Ultimately, I don't know. We just have to wait and see, man. But right now, they're blocking the sale of Kobe Mainoo and Xerxes. That's what they've been told, innit? But you got to let them go, man. If you're not going to play them as well, it's nasty. One game a week. Let them go, man. Because at the end of the day, bro, it's like, then I'm at peace. They're not on the bench and you're not bringing them on. Yeah, because I'm not going to lie, our bench is so beady, bro. Have you seen our bench, Mandem? Mason Mount, who comes off of our bench, bro? It's so dead, bro, man. That's something we haven't realized as well. I know.
Do you know what I think? If you say that with a different manager, I don't think you would say the players are so
I
dead
know.
on the bench,
That's
you know?
because we play a flipping.
Bro, I
because you know
swear,
what we do,
you
yeah?
look at Arsenal's bench and all of these benches, yeah, player for player, I don't think they're really better or technically higher than the players that we have. They're not significant, no. They're not technically significant than the players that we have. So if we have a better manager, I honestly think things will look different.
And also, we've kind of bloated the squad to be with 5 defenders in it. So it's like most of our bench is defenders. You know, let's be honest, man. Most of our bench is like, yo, we need to bring cover for wing back. We then need to bring cover for the centre back. We then need to bring that. You know what I mean? So it's a lot of like defenders on the bench. Heaven. Who's on the bench? Heaven. There's better. Like, who was on the bench like, on the weekend, Mandem?
By the way, can I just ask you guys a question? Grimsby game, since the Grimsby game, we've not seen any of the youngsters. You know that, don't you?
Yeah.
We've not seen.
Apparently, there's conversations that they're not like, I don't know. There's only one player that I think for me, I'm excited about is that Twait. Is it called Twaits or
Twaits?
Yeah, Twaits.
Yeah.
I
can't lie. That's the one
I'm telling you now. Amarin will not in Amarin, not under Amarin. On the future, on the
yeah,
future,
he ain't playing.
He ain't playing none of the youths, man.
Don't lie, man.
Jim Twaits, Saeed.
You know,
He looks like a baller.
Yeah, Jim Twaits. Yeah.
He looks like a baller.
For this.
Amarin does not believe playing through Kobe. Forget about Jim Twaits. Jim Twaits, the guy who drops in between the centre back, gets the ball, spreads it, bang on people's feet. He's like a
I know that he's 16. He's 16. I'm telling you, he's Amarim's not going to be here around the time. He is about 16, bro. He's a young.
No. He's older, man. He's older, bro.
Bro, no, he's not, bro. He's about 15, 16. How much you want to bet?
No, you know what? 17. You're right. He's 18 in December, though.
Okay. I don't want to bet.
Yeah, he's 18 in December.
By this time he's playing first team. Amarim's not going to be here, bro.
Saeed, he's a diminutive midfielder. He needs a loan. You know, when he reaches 18, he needs a loan into the League One or League Two. He needs to go to one of these like League One. I'll send him to go and get Savage. Go and play in that team, whatever. In Rovers, Go out there and then come back into the Championship when he's like 19 or 20. So
look what he brought on.
Physicality. He needs to put the physicality.
1 second, Nuruddin. He on the bench here. He brought on Diego Dallo. He brought on Mason Mount. He brought on Lenny Euro. He brought on Manuel Ugarte. He brought on Benjamin Sesko. That was his subs. On the bench else was Bayande, Joshua Xerxes, Aiden Heaven, and Jack Fletcher. That was our bench on the weekend.
And it would have been Kobe as well. You know what I'm saying? All the technical man on the bench.
He would have been injured. Yeah, he would have been. He got injured.
Oh, it's nasty, bro. It's
15 minutes FC, mate.
What we're saying is, if the first 11 don't do their job, Mandem, this is what's crazy about this here. First 11 don't do their job here. There's no in-game.
But the bench they're not match fit, Saeed. What do you expect from the bench?
No chance. Yeah,
they're not match fit. What are they supposed to do? So what are you supposed to do, Saeed? You know what you're supposed to do on a stable club, right? If you've got 1 game a week, you basically play like 3 or 4 get them the match fitness up, and then you keep alternating between game and like to get the match fitness up. You give them 90 minutes.
Then what I'm saying to you, Nuruddin,
and only read the game. And when you're reading the game, thinking, I'm only making changes where I need to pluck certain problems that I see.
No, what I'm saying to you is, though, I feel like our subs bench is structured towards a manager, not towards what a Man United team should be. It feels like to me, like, yo, you're almost got a deployment of like 3 defenders, 4 defenders, and limited forwards, bro.
Yeah,
like,
I agree.
Bro, if you're playing 5 at the back, I need backup from my centre back that's gonna come on, my left back that's gonna come on, and like, broski, what the flip, man?
Yeah.
Like, are you man deep in this, bro? We're deploying a whole subs bench for the system, bro. And I'm like, it should be for. Imagine we're losing 2-0. Right, let me break this up now and let me go back to 4-3-3, 4-4-2, and I'm gonna bring on some wingers like for like. But he's saying, bro, I can't take off Cunha because it's almost like I'm not changing too much. I'm like, that's stupid, bro. It's stupid because Xerxes should be able to come on and be useful in a different sort of system where he can maybe be in let's say for a 10 role or just a striker role, and he could be almost like a, I don't know, man, a cog for someone else to go and build off.
Yeah.
I'm like, it's madness, bro.
Yeah,
But Xerxes is the perfect player,
Yeah.
for this system, if the manager's not a terrorist, bro. Because you know what it
Because
is,
Xerxes can kind of play like a false 9, and then Cunha and Dembele
bro.
could go up
Because in
ahead of
this
him.
system, in this system, we looked at Rasmus, we looked at Sesko, extremely isolated.
Yeah.
And what Xerxes would do is he would tuck in and allow players to run past him.
Overlap.
Mbumo would run past him, Cunha would run past him. He would be the perfect foil, bro.
I'm
these
fine
guys.
with
And
passes.
Ahmad would run past him as well, bro. Look at the goal against Everton.
Oh man.
Who scored the goal? Was it Rashford?
One
When?
of them, Rashford. It was
Xerxes
one
dropped
of
in,
them,
and then I think Ahmad played the ball through to Rashford, right?
Yeah.
I can't remember.
For the goal.
The third man runs, yeah.
Yeah,
The 4-0.
the Everton game last season.
Oh, yeah, Everton,
Everton,
Rashford ran through.
Exactly.
Xerxes,
There you go.
Ahmad,
And that was one of our best performances. Xerxes dropping in, Ahmad running past him. Rashford running past him.
Yeah.
That's how we need to play.
In football, that's like called opposite movements. Doing opposite movements. Somebody drops in, somebody runs beyond.
100. And bro, old school football was that. You had your 2 strikers, 1 dropped in, 1 went that way.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? Then you had your fullbacks overlapping. You know what I'm saying? And then maybe your wide player tucks in or lay it off, boom, ball gets whipped in, and now you're going into the back post in case it comes back across, bro. It's simple mechanics of football, bro. There's nothing here with United. Nothing.
And then you know what? And then if you add a Mainoo with that as well, that will be smooth. If you add a Mainoo to link up with Xerxes as well, it'll be
That's why I disagree. We don't have the technical players to play some really fluid stuff. We really do.
But survival. What happens when you?
If you play Cunha, Mbumo, Xerxes, Ahmad, like you can't tell me you're not going to see good football, blood. Like impossible. Impossible.
And you know the maddest thing about Xerxes, he's improved in his physicality.
Yeah,
my guy was bullying people off the ball, tackling back, winning the ball. Whoever's those the playmaker sticking on them tactically. I saw it against Arsenal how he bullied them, taking dribbles when you need to relieve pressure. Imagine having him and Cunha on the football pitch at the same time.
Oh,
remember,
man.
they
get their foot on the ball.
Rashford up the pitch. Remember back in the day, it was Bruno and Rashford, and then the other teams would get the ball back in 3 seconds. But if you got Xerxes and then you got Cunha up the pitch to relieve the pressure, imagine them playing closer together.
Who do I watch in football, Mandem, that I'm trying to see where the striker's not the most mobile, and then he's like almost like a foil? I don't know who it is.
Mateta, bro.
Yeah, Mateta, thank you.
Fucking perfect. That's what I wanted him.
Oh man, because
I wanted him.
You see, Sa and Pino.
Everyone moves off Mateta. They fizz it into his feet.
Yeah.
He can hold it. People can run past him, or you'll pop it off, then spin him behind and go again, bro. He's perfect for that, and he's not the quickest. He's not the most agile, but he's very deliberate with the way that he plays, bro.
But even that, look at Kane side. Look at Harry Kane. He's got Diaz on one side.
Yeah.
He's got the other kid on the other side, and he drops it and just spreading the balls.
Bro, Harry Kane's playing in the 10 now, and they're playing 3 players ahead of him, bro. Company's got.
So you're telling me Xerxes can't do that? You're telling me Xerxes?
Of course he can. And Xerxes can carry the ball as well.
Perfectly weighted passes.
I think on this front, I think this is a good opportunity for Xerxes to show all these things, because I do agree that Xerxes has this in the locker, and I think if the opportunity does, arrive for him,
I think it will happen, but it will happen because of injuries.
Yeah, and in football matches, great players have come through these kind of,
He did it last season. He'll do the same again. He'll force his way into the team because there's no one else.
Yeah, so I think that will be a blessing in disguise for him. But the reason why I say we don't have enough technical players, because I think the system, the technical players, or the build up, it's all about, like, the build up has to be there to get it to these creative players. Because I agree with the combination of Xerxes, Cunha, and Mbeumo. I think this would be very dangerous. I think having an Ahmad on one side and maybe a Dorgu who's not very that technical and kind of is a bit shy on the ball and stuff, but he would be better than the current options that the manager's picking. Speaking to what Rano was saying about getting the best out of this squad. But then that back three and that midfield two, their ability to build up and what he's selecting currently is not good enough to get the quality.
I don't agree. I don't agree, because we've seen Jones and Smalling, we've seen Jones and Rojo build up. We've seen Chris Smalling building up. Yeah, everyone universally agreed had no feet, blood, building up and being a ball playing centre back under Van Gaal, bro. And our biggest problem was we got the ball to the final third and then we didn't have that little bit of invention, to score goals, bro. Because these guys were coached how to progress the ball up the pitch, bro. Our players are way more technical than that. You know what I mean? Harry Maguire's passing is not an issue. His mobility was the only issue. Yeah. Harry Maguire can pass. De Ligt can pass. Aiden Heaven can pass. Lenny Euro can pass. Luke Shaw can pass. Like, technical ability is not the problem with our build-up, bro. I promise you it's not that.
I think it is, and I disagree with you. And I think also that the midfield is
more than midfield than the defense.
Let me explain. No.
Look what you done, Master. Look what you done.
I know this is who I am. This is why this always happens to me right now.
Come on, man.
I can't ever speak.
You can come off
Marcel, out of the back, seven.
Let me just land it, though, Rance. Let me just land it. And then,
but out of the seven, Dalot's the only one that can't pass, bro. Ahmad can pass. Cass and Bruno can pass. Our back three can pass. It's only Dalot. So out of 7, 6 can pass, but we can't build out because of one guy.
In your opinion, and I fully understood it.
In my opinion, who can't pass? Who can't pass? You can't pass. Name names, bro.
Respectfully, in your opinion, and I heard it the first time, so I didn't need you to say it 3 times because I was about to give you about the first time until I got cut.
You can't pass. Name names.
No, can I just say what I want to say, and then I can attack everything and everyone when I'm ready. Thank you. So again, we have a combination of 3 at the back and 2 that are not good enough to successfully, sustainably, like what Nuruddin was saying before, always get the ball up into that third. This is why we have that system that he's currently playing. And that's why all the managers do it, because it's like against the top teams, we don't have enough quality of players. And then forget other managers then. Let's just go with what Ruben's on right now. This 3 at the back and this 2, they're not technical enough to be able to play in a way that gets the ball into the front 3 enough. And the wide players are also not good enough or technical enough to do what their jobs and their roles are enough sustainably. So he's bringing the lines back. Okay, and now we're naming players. Let's name the players. Maguire, I don't think, has got brilliant ball carrying ability. And you're going to need that in this,
bro. We're not talking about carrying the ball, please.
Yeah, but for me, in terms of playmaking, that's part of it.
He's a centre back. Let's not do this.
He's the middle.
Let me just finish. John Stones has to carry the ball and make short, sharp passes. It's part of it. To make plays, it's not just passing it out wide for me. You have to be able to carry it into the midfield. You have to be able to make the 1-2 midfielder. Pardon?
He was operating in a different role, bro. He was operating in a different role to Maguire.
Okay, but the point I'm trying to make is the role for the left-sided centre-back and the role for the right-sided centre-back is a John Stones-esque role. Am I wrong?
Yeah, but we was talking about Maguire.
Okay, no problem. So I'll correct that statement then. For left-sided centre-back and right-sided centre-back, we don't have the right kind of profiles, in my opinion. Martinez is there. Aiden Heaven
I think
is
Luke
young.
Shaw's all right.
Euro.
He's all
Euro,
right, but
you
I
don't
don't
think
think
Euro can carry the
he's
ball
not
up
good
Arsenal?
enough in my opinion. But he is all right.
Euro.
I'll give you that one because I've been saying he's a left-sided centre back for a minute, Tex. So
Euro.
I'll
But that's
give you
where he
that one.
plays, left centre back.
my
Then
Euro,
Euro.
Yeah, no, I hear it. Yeah, so I'll give you guys that one. Like I'm saying, Martinez, yes, but then Euro's still developing his game. It's not the top level where you can sustain it against teams. It's not for me. Who else is there? Mazraoui we can maybe say, but again, is it top level? It's not really top level.
Mazraoui's better than Luke Shaw on the ball.
Way better.
To build up play, and then by the way, this is in combination, Tex, with your midfielders then as well, who both like to do things first time, can't carry the ball, can't break lines with carrying the ball. They're first time type players. So when you like, my point is when you combine those 5 players together, they're not consistently gonna give abundance of chances to our technical man in the other line that are gonna start causing a madness. So until you get that combination right, it's not gonna.
Marcel,
I don't think you need runners
you're
and build
a big
up,
advocate for this manager, yeah. You're talking about creative centre backs, yeah.
Yeah.
We all know that creativity in football tends to stem from the midfield. He's chosen to play one less midfielder to play an extra centre back, and he expects his centre backs to be Sergio Busquets,
Superman,
and Tony Cruz, yeah. So that means the system is trash. That's what it means, bro. Because I'm sitting here listening to you tell me that defenders that defend well, yeah, cannot play make, bro. When was it? When did it become the centre back's responsibility to play make? This is modern overcomplication and utter BS, bro. This is
stressing me out, Rance. This system's stressing me out, bro.
It's utter BS, bro. Like I've never heard anything like this in my life.
The demands of the system is stressing me out.
No, backs, bro.
No, Rance,
that's like blaming your strikers for you conceding goals. Oh, we're conceding bare goals to our strikers.
No, you can.
This is
trash,
because, bro.
You can.
You're saying our centre backs need to carry the ball into midfield. No, they're supposed to give it to the midfielders, and the midfielders create.
No, because the first line of your defense is actually your.
I don't use that word. First line of defense.
So you can.
First line of your defense is your attacker, but that's got nothing to do with anything, mate.
You can blame.
When we was getting packed, it weren't Ruud van Nistelrooy's fault, blood. It never was.
Your strikers for conceding goals because
we never blamed Ruud for conceding no goals. We didn't blame Van Persie when we was getting packed. You know what I'm saying? And we were conceding every game, and he was saving us. You know what it was? We weren't like, oh, we're 2-0 down, Robin, bro. What are you doing, blood? Like, this is foolishness. What are we doing, Marcel?
Opposition down a particular part of the pitch.
Marcel, this is foolishness. We all know this.
Is actually your attacker, and the first line of attacking is actually your defense or your goalkeeper.
Yeah.
So then you can blame. You're perfectly right, bro. You can blame, and that's part of
our goalkeepers come in and our attacks got better straight away.
Do you know what it is? Marcel's a bit of a techie baller. I saw him drop a little juggling session the other day, bro. So he's a bit of a techie baller. So he is everyone now to be technically superior to everyone else in the league, bro. That's what
our centre backs are technically efficient enough, all of them.
They are decent.
Not all of them. They're not
all of them. Yes, they are.
Can I ask a question?
Rance, they're not the first, second, or third best in the league type centre backs. Maybe they're not the first, second, third type.
My word, bro.
Andy Robertson's not better than Luke Shaw.
Arsenal got better.
Konate won the league. They won the league last year with Konate, bro. They won the league last year with Konate, bro. Konate is
my word. Konate what are we talking about?
Meriden, I'm not trying to give you a headache, bro. Take your hands from your head. Take it in.
This is insanity, bro.
City.
Nah, this is crazy.
City, Arsenal.
Brother, listen, this guy has said, the first line of attack here is the centre backs.
Yeah.
Chelsea are like the second top scorers in the league with Tosin and fucking what's his name at centre back.
Yeah. What's his name? Chalobah.
So there you go. So there's your theory in the bin now. Next.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is. Maresca's system creates chances, bro. Maresca's system creates chances, and guess what? They play the ball into fucking midfield, mate. Do you know what I mean? And then they get it forward and they score goals. End of story.
I hear you, Rance.
Chalobah and my man are not creating shit. What are they creating?
It's not in the bin because we've got two firemen in the midfield. They've got two technical players that that with the three midfielders, they can kind of defend and they can kind of attack. They can kind of carry the ball. They can kind of play through Caicedo, Lavia.
Marcel, you've answered our question then.
Lavia
They've got
injured, bro.
Caicedo. We
Leave him
don't
out of
have
this.
that. So why are we relying on our centre backs all of a sudden now? Doesn't make sense.
No, it's not. I'm not saying
need
we're
centre
relying
backs
on
to
it.
score
You've
goals.
missed that. I've said combination of midfield and centre backs don't have the required characteristics, personnel, abilities.
There's no
to do
combination
that.
though. There's no combination.
There is one. I believe there is one. I believe there is one.
I beg you, please, can I speak?
Bruv, you're saying Chelsea have midfielders, but our manager has sacrificed the midfield for the centre backs.
For the centre back.
Yeah, no, it's true.
So what are we doing?
We don't have. Yeah, but we don't have centre backs.
So if
or
we play the
midfielders.
three of Mainoo, Cass, and Bruno, we wouldn't be more creative. Of course we would.
Yeah.
So you're saying you don't like the system? I'm saying I'm a
I'm
solution
saying
man.
it does. The system don't make
Man. I'm
sense.
giving you a
I'm the
solution.
solution, man. Yo.
No, the
That's-
solution
it's
is
true,
bin the system because we don't have the players. That's what you're saying.
Yeah.
You're saying we
No,
don't have
I'm
the players,
saying-
so bin the
no, I'm
system.
saying-
That's the solution.
Yeah, well, like, that's true.
No, I'm saying the
Marcel.
solution, Rance,
So
is
basically, why are you backing the
quality
that
of the
don't have the
players?
players?
The boy Marcel's
Hold on a
got
minute.
solutions.
Marcel, your whole argument is we don't have the profile. So
He's
bin the
got
system.
solutions. He's got solutions.
Listen,
He's
I'm-
got
I
solutions.
hear what you're saying, man. I hear what you're saying, man. But I'm living within the framework of the manager.
And the thing is, you say there's solutions here, but the problem is, though, you haven't got the requirements that you want from this, bro. So you might as well just change it then.
So
No,
can I
the
just
solutions-
express one thing, please?
Well,
bin the
put
system,
it this way,
bro.
Saeed. Put it this way,
That's
Saeed.
a solution.
Put it this way, Saeed. Put it this way, Saeed. He needs to be more braver because you can have solutions with the current squad, like what Rhino was saying. There's a
He was
be-
brave
there's a
last season
better
and we were
team.
15th.
You
Hey, Marcel, don't bring me into this. Don't bring me into this, bro.
Right,
Don't
but
bring
you
me
gotta-
into this.
Okay, I can name a team then. Okay,
Permission
I
to
don't need to
speak.
bring you into it, but I can name a
Permission to
better
speak,
team
Marcel.
that will be able to have a better back three that can do a bit
Permission
more of
to
what he
speak.
wants, and a better midfield that can do a bit more of what he wants.
Name it. Name the
Who's
team.
your
Name the
ideal
team.
free? Yeah.
No problem. Luke Shaw at left-sided centre back.
Yeah.
Maswari at right-sided centre back. Yoro
Yeah.
as the main centre back or Delete.
Oh, we're getting
Ahmad
new
as
too
the right-
physically.
Ahmad
You're
as-
in the middle. Are you sure?
Yeah, yes. It's
Oh, we're
you've
getting
got two ball carriers. You got two ball carriers in Maswari and Shaw, and you've got someone that can sweep and cover.
Sure,
then-
can't carry shit these days.
Let him carry him.
Yeah, go on.
Anyway.
He's not that bad. He's not that bad.
Anyway,
No, but
yeah,
it's
he's not.
not
He's not.
bloody-
Anyway,
that's
anyway,
not what
Ahmad
I'm-
at right wing back. Ahmad at right wing back.
Yeah.
And for argument's sake, can fitness and up and down Dogu at left wing back. Your
Mhm.
midfielders can't unfortunately be Bruno's a 10 or we get sold. We know this.
Mhm.
Casemiro's performing at his best level right now, Saeed. So I respect that, and he's positionally disciplined. But you need someone
Mhm.
alongside that, and maybe
I agree with that.
Kobe's everything that Bruno isn't right now. He can
Yeah,
retain the
yeah.
ball. He's box to box. He can create plays. He retains possession. So maybe Casemiro and Kobe. It needs to be upregulated. It needs to be Anderson and Kobe. It needs to be. But it's right now because we're speaking to what you're saying. You don't want to be part of it, so I will do it. Casemiro and Kobe.
Can I speak?
Then
Let's
your,
finish,
then your striker free, Rhino, would be the three that the Mandem's been saying.
Marcel, how do you defend
Xerxes,
crosses,
Konya, and
yeah?
Nkumo.
How do you
That's good.
defend crosses and set pieces, yeah, with two fullbacks at right centre back and left centre back with -5 aerial ability?
Thank you.
Yeah.
got-
yeah.
you got-
That's what happens.
Yeah.
And they've got little short man Ahmad outside on the outsiders. We get ripped.
You will get
I'm
moved. Yeah,
swearing down,
defensively.
we're conceding goals.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Casemiro, you've got Casemiro for corners.
Bro,
you've got
that will
Euro
be
for
conceding
corners,
goals,
you've
yeah,
got
left,
Luke
right,
Shaw
and
for
centre,
corners,
even more
you've got
than now.
Dogu for corners. You've got Xerxes to come back for corners.
Dogu in the air.
Dogu.
Dogu and Ahmad. Yeah.
All of them.
Cool.
I haven't mentioned Ahmad. I haven't mentioned Ahmad.
Cool.
I haven't mentioned Ahmad. Rance, I haven't mentioned Ahmad. Ahmad can be outside the
brother.
box. But you've got enough players.
my
there.
I've got
chest.
permission to speak now,
Man are
myself,
defending
myself.
corners, yeah, with
You let
Luke
Rudy
Shaw,
come in.
Mazraoui, Dogu, and Ahmad as are the 4 of our 5 defenders.
You can take out.
The
Luke
man
Shaw
are gonna be
if you want
queuing up
Aiden
at the back
Heavy.
post to dunk on us.
You can
What
take
am I
out
talking
Luke
about?
Shaw if you want for
This is not
Aiden
a
Heavy
league,
because
you
he might be able to do a bit
know,
more of that ball carrying and
You know what?
playing
You know what
passing.
country we're
That's
in?
a young back
Myself.
three, though. That's a
Myself,
mad
you know what
inexperienced
country we're
back
in?
three
You know that
still.
this is not.
What happened,
This is
Euro
not-
and Mazraoui?
This is
Mental.
not La Liga, you know that, don't you? When they don't cross the ball, this is not La Liga. You know? Let me just say this, right? So first of all, the idea that we haven't got players that can play out. I think Rance stressed it before. Mr. Mike Smalling, Mr. Mike Smalling, yeah, You know, my guy used to dislocate his hip when he tried to pass sideways. That's what we used to call him when we were at the stadium. Watch
You used to have to turn all the way around to
the hip
pass.
used to go like that just to pass it sideways, open up his body. But let me just say this. I saw Van Gaal literally just by pure positioning, positioning on a football pitch, make everybody look comfortable on the ball. Because there was a triangle in every aspect of it. One person on the ball, two options for the player on the ball to be able to pass the ball and to be able to connect. Yeah. And then I look at, you're telling me Lewis Stunk and that other guy, I don't know if he's Doctor whoever he is, the guy who looks a bit mad at Brighton, are better than us on the ball. No, they've been coached. They've been coached to get comfortable with the ball, to play out and play into their midfield. They don't go and hoof the ball. They play in their midfield. Yeah. And in that second half, they were bopping us. It was only because of Mbeumo's magic we got away with it. We got that fourth and then relief. Do you understand what I'm saying to you? So, beg you, please. When you're defending a guy who's supposed to be a coach, who we don't see after a year, zilch evidence of any coaching, of any positioning, other than man-for-man people, press and leave wide open spaces and expose the deficiencies of his players. Because the best coaches hide the deficiencies. They create a system to hide the deficiencies of their players and to infatuate the best things about the game of their players. That's the best qualities of the players they have. And when you say, oh, this guy doesn't have, I look at Brighton, I look at even Crystal Palace. Are you telling me that guy, now not even the brother that Liverpool won, but you telling me the other guys who've just only got their Richards and those guys.
Richards and Lacroix.
They play into midfield because it's about positioning. Manchester United, the positioning of Amarim football is horrendous. He exposes every player in a football pitch. His football does. And it's not working in the Prem. And I don't see this getting bigger. Like I said, I saw Van Gaal turn Fellaini of all people. You know how Fellaini was? He was just a big round head.
Bro, Fellaini,
bringing the ball down, playing 1-2s in midfield, moving in rhythm. I swear to God, Tech, you need to go back and do that Van Gaal team in midfield. What they were doing at that midfield. City, at Anfield. What they were doing, what they did to Chelsea under Jose. We had 80% possession or something like 75% possession away at Chelsea. And they scored
when we drew 1-0.
So at the end of the day, when I see him talk about, it's about coaching. It's about positional sense. Yeah. Not this having three playmakers. And you know the weirdest thing? The only coach in history is Matthew Amarim. Because if you turn in fullbacks or wingbacks, they have to go centrally to overload the other team to actually play through the middle. You know what my guy's telling you? I want you to bypass the midfield, just move it up. And you know what he said? The cheeky bastard. He came out in the press and said, "Yeah, I mean, I'm bringing back English football. The old style of England." Are you taking the fucking piss? Are you fucking laugh? He's like, I have to bring back the old school. Yeah, you like, I'm like, shut the fuck up, you.
I'm telling you, old school is not having 5-star skill centre backs, bro. And that's all I'm saying.
They just used to. You know what they used to be to me? You know what? Laugh at it. Get rid. Get rid. You know what it used to be? Wide and slide. Hit the channels to turn them, lad. Turn them. That's football. That's the football I played. Turn them. Stop messing about with the ball. Turn them. Get rid of them. That's what Manchester United. And you know what? It's so easy to defend against. And we saw it in the second half against Forest. They just locked it down, and we did not have any answers. And he does not have any answers. He doesn't have any answers. Yeah. And this idea, you know what, Marcel, in Portugal, it might could work because it's a totally different football. The Portuguese, actually, if you look it up, if you don't believe me, look it up. They have about, the Portuguese way of football, they have about 4 different things. 4 different ways they believe football should be played. And one of them is like, you don't need to have the ball.
Yeah, all of them are negative, blood. All four of them.
Yeah, that was Jose.
That was I'm telling you.
Was like,
they might don't take no risk.
Jose's school of football is, if you have the ball, you are a threat to yourself. Don't trust yourself. I swear to God, that's what that philosophy is.
Bro, that man say, we can control the game without the ball, blood. They're the worst managers, bro.
No mistakes if you have the ball. You have no mistakes, you have the ball. So in that league, it's a different football culture.
Yeah.
But then people are telling me I've got to take this.
No. You shouldn't tolerate nothing, bro. Stand by your beliefs,
Nuno,
bro.
the you at Fulham, all them man don't want the football, man. They're haram, blood. All them Portuguese managers keep them
Silva,
away.
you know, he's apparently like he might be leaving Fulham, you know, Silva.
He's not. Yeah, bro. Basically, what's happening with Marco is he's basically not happy with the summer, and he's basically saying he's not signing a new deal. And they're saying, well, if you're not going to sign a new deal, piss off now, because you know what I mean. We get a manager that wants to be here, bro. Because he plays him around.
Football, man. I watch Fulham play all for football, man. I ain't gonna lie to you.
What is Ruben's record in the Champions League with Sporting and against the opponents that he played? Can Saeed, can we bring up this kind of evidence and the possession? What's the possession? What's the record against Premier League or superior opposition in the Champions League? That Sporting team, Portuguese-based from that country team, against Man City, or big teams of that.
They didn't have more possession than Man City. When they beat Man City 4-1, they didn't have more possession than Man City.
Yeah,
okay, so that's one element. That's one element. But what's
City were killing them? I think Erling missed the chance right at the beginning, put it over the bar.
I lie to you, bro.
What's the combination?
City were killing them, bro. They were killing them.
And even though they played,
Ruben even admitted it. That game was luck. He admitted it.
Yeah, he admitted it, bro. I ain't gonna lie. But you can't really. You know what it is with Champions League football? It's not the same as the Premier League, bro. Premier League,
never. Every time Chelsea's won the Champions League, they finish like 10th or something, bro. It's never the same thing. Not at all.
No, straight there, man. Let me get these super chats in, man, before we wrap up here. David G said the thing with Sesko is that he has lanky biomechanic. His first 2 steps isn't going to be quick, which is why he got caught. Zlatan is unique with quick feet. That's a good comment. There's only certain managers that with their feet they look good. You know what I mean? And
them tall, man,
bro.
Yeah.
So
I disagree. He just wants more time, man. He's not evolving. Exactly.
I think he can learn. Sesko can learn to hurry up. I think you can go 1-2 bang. You can do that.
Yeah. To be fair, Xerxes started off slow as well. He was taking it for granted. Then he sharpened up a bit still.
If you're a ball to feet player, depending on what country you're playing in, you need to know.
Build the rhythm, innit? You have to adapt to the rhythm.
If you need 2 seconds, you can always get 2 seconds. You can always get it, but there's different ways to get it. Do you know what I'm saying? In England, you have to get it a different way. You might have to nudge a man and then drop off and say, yo, I'm going to create space that way. Do you know what I'm saying? In Spain, you can drift and the centre-back ain't going to go with you. And maybe you can get it. Do you know what I mean? And they're not going to press you straight away. Do you know what I'm saying? There's different ways to get the 2 seconds that you need, bro. And you just need to adapt to the league. Xerxes now understands that in order to have time, he needs to physically put himself on players. And he does that now. But he didn't do that at the beginning. He was the ball was getting stolen.
Yeah.
So, you know what I mean? Like, Sesko will learn, bro.
Yeah.
He will.
We got Rennie, member for 11 months. Big up to you, Rennie, always, man. She said, Joshua Xerxes our best 9. He got a run of games and was our best player. The manager's killing him. We only have Sesko as an option because of Amran. Yeah, I agree. Marcel, you're absolving this coach of any coaching responsibilities. He is a coach. He's paid to coach. He's working with professionals. Just Waffle says Amran backers will ignore any point that asks for basic coaching. And why would world-class players come if he can't show ability to improve teams?
Yeah,
that's true. Bro. What is the life cycle of a system? His ideas are old. I just think they're short-term thinking and they're not sustainable. And I don't think this is what he really wants to do. Because we were bad last season, he's playing survival football, like Nuruddin said. So I wouldn't even say there's even a life cycle because there's no star. It doesn't look like there's an evolution of this. David G says, I don't tell man, Scholes would hold bench under Amran.
Well, maybe you'll be the centre-back. Shout out Marcel, you know that one. Right centre back.
Yeah, he might be the Busquets. He might be the, you know what I mean? It's crazy.
Martinez is there, clipping balls over top into space.
I hear it.
Ahmad, go.
I can't lie. I think even though I love Martinez here.
Martinez, a midfielder turned centre half. You know that.
Yeah.
Where's Martinez? What's happening with him?
He's in Argentina
growing
right
his
now.
hair, blood. He'll be back.
Yeah, he'll be back. Yeah. Simply Red
I've
says
seen that
not
guy
playing
for time.
Xerxes is a missed opportunity. Playing Cunha 9, don't get it. Mainoo needs to improve his movement and positioning. Needs to learn from Cassie and 4-0 Everton and never played the same lineup after. I think he's referred to something there, yeah. But
Imagine
yeah,
that.
I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. But like I said, I think Everton game is our next game on the Monday, which I think will be a tough game. Listen, Everton, they I don't really like their manager should get more out of them, but I think their idea and what they do on their system is actually decent. They're compact. They don't really give up a lot of chances. I think it'll be a tough test, man. I think a lot of people think that's an easy game. I don't think it will be. But listen, we're gonna wrap up here. It's been a lit show. We've got 790 likes. We should be on 1,000. And we've got 1.4k. 1.4k in the building still, man. Make sure you check out everyone's content rants. Let them know, man. Big up to you always, man.
Yeah, man. You man already know what time it is, bro. Man's live every day. I'll be back gaming at 9 p.m, bro. You know what I mean? So yeah, big up everyone.
Come on, man. Big up to you, man. Rhino, let them know, man. What you got coming up?
Yeah, man. Just stay tuned to the socials. Got some things coming out this week and in a few weeks as well. But you just smash up the likes, man. Support all the Mandem here as well. And yeah, it's always a good chat, man. Big up everyone, man.
Yeah, man. It's been a good chat, man. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, everyone just thinks like it's always shouting and that, but we've had an actual good football discussion today. So you get me, man. You know what I mean? So big up to everyone who's locked in. United Real Therapy, big up to you, bro. Always.
I'm just gonna make a video about the quotes that came out about the United ex-scout.
Bun that guy, man. Bun that guy. I know what he said, though.
You know what he said about Caracas is the true Alvaro Caracas. What the club did to him was shameful. But I almost got triggered by myself. Almost, but I've kept it. I behaved. Instead, I got on with my those ADHD. we need things to, you know what I mean? When that time hits, me going mad, I have to have a little thing on my hand. So big up. Yeah, that's why I'm going to make a video about what's going on in terms of Scout coming out saying how they treated Alvaro. And I said it. So somebody comes from behind the wall and comes out, you know what I mean, inside of the club and says what we were all saying. You know what I mean? Why this club was trying to get rid of a player where he became the best young player at Preston. What are we doing? The championship, you know how hard it is to play in a championship for a team like Preston and get voted the best young player. Yeah. And then we send him to Portugal.
Yeah, it's crazy, man. It's crazy.
And remember, we had no left back. Remember?
I know. We ended up getting
we needed money, man. We can't get on to Tenag about this. We need money.
Money?
Boy, I mean, listen, man. Sometimes it's better to just keep what you have, man. Money's not everything, man. But listen, big up to you, United Real Therapy. Marcel, I see your channel names there, but still no content, man. You letting me down,
Marcel.
Soon,
get the
man.
content out, man.
But
seriously, 2 years, man, you did that channel, bro. 2 years. 2 years,
Marcel. Start doing 10 minutes video. 10 minutes.
Yeah, just 10 minutes, bro.
10 minutes.
You don't have to do live. You just put 10-minute video out and then just let it grow.
I really want to see
YouTube, Marcel, I'll tell you something. YouTube is actually the algorithm where it's working now. It wants shorter videos.
Yeah, videos
anymore. YouTube is run by AI now.
Yeah. So yeah, man, get the videos out, man. Like I said, we don't agree with sometimes what you say, but you got good knowledge of the football. Just put out video, man. You get me? So big up to you.
Show the people tech, man. Take them to the garden. Show them at the top.
Yeah, man.
Let them know. Cage.
You could play ball. Hey, bro, you left-footed.
Yeah. Both. I'll say both.
One-legged Paralympian. What? Both foot. Santi Gonzula.
Yeah,
2 brushes on the canvas.
Whoopsie.
Say no more, man.
Come on.
Say no more, man.
But yeah,
man.
Let them know, man. What you got coming up, man?
Big up. Firstly, I've got a few things, some projects cooking. Obviously, some like actual football, real footage videos coming out soon. I'm just recovering from a hamstring injury, aren't I? So I've got that cooking up. That's obviously going to be on all platforms as well. So we're talking YouTube, Instagram, TikTok as well. Currently, obviously, the voice of the streets and socials, but I'm trying to take over the world, man. So just going to continue doing what I'm doing. Hopefully, we break some barriers soon. big up the Mandem, man. Just keep doing your work, keep doing what you're doing, man, and then we'll all come out at the other end, man. You get
Come
it?
on.
So
Yeah, man. Come on,
big
man.
up.
The community, man. Listen, man. Follow everyone up, man. Like I said, it's not me here. Everyone, the man, we're all winning, man. So big up to everyone who's watching, showing love and that, man. So big up to you, lot. We're gonna raid Minna. Minna's doing the Champions League. You know what I mean? The women are in the Champions League, so big up the women. They're playing PSG
there, but you know
tonight.
what? I've got to be up early tomorrow.
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, big up to Minna. Make sure you go.
Big up Minna, man. I see her with Mbumo.
Yeah, man. Yo, shout out to Minna, man.
Big up Minna for real.
Delivering the player of the month.
Player of the month. Yeah, I see it.
Man. So big up to Minna, man. You know what I mean? Our sister's doing well, man. So shout out to Minna each and every time, man. So yeah, go head over to Minna's channel now. Champions League football, and hopefully they beat PSG, man. We're out of here. Take care. Bye-bye. Peace.